Come on over. So when we left last time, I was doing some exploring in space. We're going to carry on doing that. And I've noticed that there is this objective here, which is save the Eldari survivors, which is what Juliet wants us to go. Oh yeah, the planet. Now that we know that we have an attack coming, there was that, wasn't there? The minor detail. Answer the call for help from Grantis. I suppose we could go and defend them. We're still not sure if there's an actual time pressure mechanic, or if it's just sort of artificially enforced, shall we say. It's difficult to say for certain. Because this was winter scale territory, wasn't it? So that we were considering going to help them. I'm not going to just chart a course that way. I can probably get... Actually, I don't know how to get there. We don't have any connected systems. One would imagine it's connected to the Cradle of Kepri, but we can't see where that's linked to either. So in some way, we're going to have to forge a link here. Yeah, I think you're right, Krabs. I think we're going to have to chart it, which isn't ideal. It does make me feel... Let's just travel this way. The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when, on the fourth watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sectors were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed onto the ceiling. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulties in performing regular duties due to the gravity reversal continued until the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to the accepted norm, an event that once again was accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew. I mean, come on guys, if it happened once, be prepared for it the second time. Jeez, honestly. So from here, I've got a deadly route to System Speculo, which I will probably never use. Just saying. And I've got a... risky route, is that? Unsafe, safe. What's the medium? What's this one? Dangerous. I've got a dangerous route to Adamat 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just chart a course over here, aren't I? Shall I get myself back to, like, somewhere central first? Is that a good idea? Somewhere like Dargonus. Tends to be a good place to be, doesn't it? Because I can get there from Telecos Epsilon. It's a safe connection. And I'll use that as a hub. The enforcers from different decks of the Von Valentius vessel report a terrifying sight. The skin of some crew members has become translucent, revealing knots of muscle and blood vessels beneath. Worse yet, small spider-like insects were seen scurrying inside of them, snow white and sparkling like ice. The transformed could not see this phenomenon in themselves or anyone else, only occasionally complaining about a prickly feeling in their extremities. Some were branded as mutants and killed. The survivors reverted back after the vessel emerged in real space. Yeesh. Yeesh. Right. So now let's start centralising our travel. Got a super unsafe route from here to Crossroads of 100. So if I... Oh, no, let's just expand that. If I plot to here, chart the course deadly, and make it unsafe. Now we can take that route. A warp breach! Oh god. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerous disease walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, an entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. Blessed by holy gifts, we would need some holy gifts, or we would need some military gear. We just traded all of this stuff in. So I'm going to have to do this myself. Because I'm not leaving it to the crew. I know what that'll be that's a bad result, that is. The rogue trader and his retinue will personally go and face these contemptible foes. Let's go. Starting the stream with some combat on board our own ship. It's going well already. What a strong start this is. Oh, we're actually free moving.
It is my destiny to traverse
Oh
the
god.
unknown.
There's just cultists of Nurgle everywhere, look. Good. What could possibly go wrong? That's a plague bearer down there. Cultist. What was on this side? More cultists. I'm guessing I need to kill everything. Everything that's not us, that is.
Your emperor won't save you.
Alright. Prepare for battle. Captain Multi-Melter is ready. Owlcat. Toolbox can just be front and centre. As can Abelard, but front and other front and other centre. Because we've got... Yeah, there's quite a few of them. There's 15 enemies. 15 enemies. Multiple plague bearers as well. Slow Tuesday for our not pet Xeno. That is true. That is absolutely true. That is actually not many enemies at all, is it really? When you think about it, it's a pretty simple number. Alright. Frontline those guys. Sniper line those guys. Jay, I'm not kidding.
Am I getting
Activate
paid for this?
your damned abilities, please. Right, first things first, it's Owlcat's turn.
I've got a prize.
It's always Owlcat's turn, that's the secret, chat. It's actually always her turn, what do you know? Oh, I can hit the plague barrel up.
If I must.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if chat heard that either. I don't know if chat just heard what Hugh of Fun said. I don't know if I should even relay it. You think I should? Damn it. I don't have enough AP for this. How do I not have enough AP? I'm sure this has changed. This used to be 1 AP. Didn't it? Did that used to be 1 AP? Or am I tripping? Crabs, back me up. Did Killing Edge used to be 1 AP? Or is that because we changed it to this rifle that only has dead-eye shots, maybe? It might be. Huh. Re-specialise... What? You only... That's fair. That's fair, Crabs. Carry on. Boop.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
That is not nearly enough damage.
Fortune
Try harder.
favors the swift.
Yeah, we need to hit way harder than that.
Don't get too cocky.
Needle shot.
Good.
Good. It did 0 damage. How? How did it do? Oh, it does. Does it do all its damage as toxic? Doesn't seem to suggest that. You spec perception, not memory. I see. I see what you did there. Well, I'm not sure if this is going to work on any level, but who's next? It's Owlcat.
Tell me, and it is
Give her the buff and carry on. Some of these enemies getting a turn now. Oh. Well, I do have a feeling there's been a patch that's nerfed my build. My build being Owlcat kills everything. Ow! You big bitch. Yeah, this definitely used to be 1 AP because I could, that's how we were getting so many kills out of it. Dang it. I've got to make sure I do the expose as well, because that's a game-changing quantity of damage that does.
I understand
Ooh,
your
could I have a
intent.
couple more, please? Yeah. That would be lovely. Okay, it's got an expose on it. Give it one of those exposes. Shoot it in the face.
If it serves your cause.
We're good. That still does ungodly amounts of damage. We're fine, chat. We're okay. Panic over.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Monkey! Hey, Data Swami, how you doing tonight, dude? Welcome, welcome. God, they're throwing so many tox grenades at me. Calm down, cultists of Nurgle. This is like 3 grenades worth here. This is ridiculous. Data Swami with the 26-month sub as well, using Prime Gaming. Cheers to you, Data Swami, for your support, you absolute legend. I'll move out the gas when it gives me a turn, yes. That is fair. I noticed they've done some new icons for stuff. It looks very shiny. Very, very shiny. Okay, what we looking at here?
Follow my lead.
We're gonna mark up this bad boy.
Someone else can do this.
And then
I
hit
will
him.
do my duty.
Didn't do nearly enough damage, did it really? What if I do this
Victory
now?
is imminent.
Parry! Brilliant. Way to waste your entire turn, Chief. Enter damage mode. I remember this one, using the heavy bolter in this situation made it a bit gassy. I see. Okay. Hang on. Juliet.
Dare ask.
What? Have they made a system where I can't give her an ungodly number of turns? Bring it down. Voice of command. Why? Can't be used on the same ally more than once per round. They have! They've made a system where I can't give her an ungodly number of turns. Oh, how dare they make sensible decisions like that. Right out of order. Pascal can have a turn, but can't hit anything because he needs 3 AP to shoot. Brilliant. Good. I think they changed the amount of AP I have. I don't think they've changed the AP, but they've definitely made some things cost more AP. They've definitely done that. Right, so
I'm not accustomed
it
to
still
being
counts. Although
ordered
her getting
around.
another turn meant she took the damage again. That's interesting. Right, you sit down.
Another foe painted
Good.
black.
Why can't I do this? Please. This weapons. Oh, it's because I've got the wrong one equipped. Hang on. I would have had to equip this one before I did the attack, so I can't do it now. Never mind. Put the butter toolbox. Oh, I could have done the armor thingy, maybe, yeah. Used to have full AP when I used the voice command, but now only 3. No, you must have swapped out an item, because the voice command, this bring it down, never gave full AP. It usually gives 2. 3 if you have an extra perk. Oh, no, touch grenades. Jeez! Dudes!
Unworthy soul.
All they're doing is just yeeting gas cloud grenades. This is insane. Okay, so that'll hit all 3 of them and that barrel. I might just do it and terminate all of these guys. What levels are they all? 2, 2, 2. Nothing special, but if we just mark one of them as prey, then we'll get some temporary AP out of it. Boop. That did the trick. They're all dead. So Jai give turn to Cassie. Yeah, I think that might be the best bet, and then Cassie gives her bonus turn to Juliet. Multiple officers was a bit of a broken tactic in the past, in fairness. Right, in fairness. When you think about it, it's pretty cracked. Yeah. Let's hopefully get out that toxin. Bonks? Oh, not big enough bonks. Thank you, sweet pea. I appreciate you. She brings me coffee, chat.
You at Joker's place?
Hey?
Like a Joker's place?
The Joker's place. No, some Nurgle cultists got on board our ship.
Oh, you know, I hate
When that happens.
Yeah.
So annoying. So I'm just dealing with that. That looks fine, doesn't it, chat? We should walk into that. Yes. Yes, you can. Bless you.
Deliver us! I am your doom!
Evening, Severin. How are you doing today? How's your installation going? That's the important question.
Me, Ashmag. Don't
Right.
get too cocky.
Straight away give Cassie the turn. Cassie gets out the other staff. Shift 4 buffs herself.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Full of call. Ooh, that's an interesting word. Interesting use of word. I love it. Full of call. You can hit all of them with that. Let's go.
Emperor,
Let's
give
go.
me strength.
Let's go full
I am a
tactician
navigator, not a
and
servitor.
clear the rear.
Isn't this a job for the witness to
Boom.
fury of house or
That'll,
cellar?
oh, it killed something down here as well. There was another guy down there. He hadn't even made it to the combat yet, chat. He never will. What a shame. Now, fun fact. See, Cassie can actually go... You already have a turn. But this is a full turn with movement. And that's important as a fact. So we're going to
I move swiftly
run
to
Juliet all
strike.
the way down
My
here.
soul belongs
Oh,
to
God.
the Infinity Circuit.
I must.
Forgot that would be
Thank you.
dealing damage with every move. But what we can do is...
This
Mark
tedium
him
is
up.
beneath me.
Welsh soup made with veg and leftover roast lamb. Ooh, that does sound a bit amazing.
Another soul slips beyond
Does
the
sound a
veil.
little bit amazing. Not gonna lie.
If I'm
Hear you moving, no more.
There we go. Juliet's doing her thing. She can't do it as effectively as she used to, but she can still do it. She's still more than capable.
too bad I never leave that unpaid.
It's still Jai's
This
turn.
battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Good for my longs. Yes, it looks like the needle rifle doesn't do any direct damage anymore, despite saying it does. It seems to do it all as toxin damage. Like if I hit this guy, it does 0 damage, but it applies 6 stacks of toxin. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. The 5 killer turn triggered. It did! Aha! Nailed it. That's what gave me the ultimate, isn't it? That's my favourite, that is. Now, because she's still technically under the effect, let's see if she can still do
understand
this.
your intent.
Soul slips beyond the veil.
No, she can't. They've changed that. So, previously, because she'd just been under the effect of the bonus turn, I also got the ability to make an unlimited number of attacks in her turn. But it looks like they have fixed that. Probably
I
for the
am
best.
not your Xenos
Last
pet
enemy.
mold.
I hear you
Last
moving.
enemy. Solid effort, Juliet.
I've suffered worse.
Have just nudged my
My ears
coffee.
are ringing.
That was a lot of gas. That was a lot of gas. Excuse me, Mr. Microphone. When I put you up, you stay up. You big rude. I did the annoying coffee spill where you nudge it slightly and some just runs down the side of the cup but then spreads in a perfect circle around the bottom of the mug, leaving unexplained crop circles of coffee on your desk. Well, not really unexplained. I know exactly how it happened. It happened because of an Egypt. But, you know, I like to maintain the pretense that I might not be. Dear. Oh, look. A lot of tox grenades.
I'll guide your vessel
Hooray.
and lead
What's
you
this
on
valve
your
do?
way.
It would have blasted them down there with superheated steam. I guess that would have been one way to take them out, you know? The needle should still hurt them even if the content is ineffective. Yeah, it's doing 0
Don't you
damage.
Trust me.
It could be because of Nurgle stuff. Could be. But I feel like it's not. I feel like... Oh god, have we got to go further? Is there more? Is there more? Also, I seem to have been given a respec for every character. Is that... Should I be using that? Oh. No. I've still got all my abilities. It's fine. It's just not showing around here in the same way it was. No, we still got all our abilities. I don't think we need to respec. Not right now. I don't want to hit all those valves. There's no point. Or is there? What's down here at the moment? Except for a shitload of valves.
Every day, a new opportunity.
And there's no goods or anything, so it's a shame. I only sent 2 people down there as well, so it's a good thing there wasn't a fight. Or it's QOL instead of withers. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does say, Field respec allows you to respec the caster of the ability once. It will disappear when you gain access to your void ship and the usual means of respecializing. I think it's for new characters. New games. You can respec during the new game process until you get your void ship. Boom. Welcome to the system. This is where the distress signal is, so naturally we're going to go everywhere else first. Scan all the planets. Plasteel. We're in winter scale territory, aren't we? So, it may or may not be a good thing to be larking around on their planets. But yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Fabulous prizes. Don't mind if I do. Stims, which I've never used because of the downsides. An unknown ship hails you as soon as you're in its detection range. The ship, the Scarlet Pursuer, helmed by Captain Demir Shani, has Footfall listed as its home port. The message hints transparently at a connection with the Kasbalika mission. The Voxmaster adds that the captain has a proposal for you. Another rogue trader system. Let's loot everything before we help them. Yes. Listen to the proposal. The ship lets you know they will readily reward you for any information about burning worlds in the Coronis Expanse. Why are you looking for that? Your captain cites a scholarly curiosity in this understudied type of world. Upon hearing the message, Magos Pascal expresses a keen interest in burning worlds and asks the Lord Captain to take the issue into consideration. J. Hedari immediately declares that Captain Shani would never dash about the void out of scholarly curiosity, but only for a suitably high return. In that case, perhaps the Lord Captain too might want to look into these burning worlds. Seneschal Wiserian makes no comment regarding the Kasbalika message, but is amazed that for once the esteemed Magos and Mistress Hedari are in passionate agreement on something. I mean, it's Kasbalika, we want them to like us, so if I give them the info, they'll like us, right? Share the information you have on Burning Worlds. Yeah, 150, well. With effusive gratitude, the ship sends out a shuttle with the promised reward. I mean, the promised reward was reputation, so if they sent out someone to give me a thumbs up... You receive the Oh, here we go. The Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary. Information on systems in which you can find it later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again, and acquiring information on burning worlds should you possess it. 30 empty soul traps. That's a huge bunch of Xeno artifacts cargo. They're 15% each. So we just gained goodness knows how many full cargoes of Xeno artifacts, right? Oh wait, is it... No. Is that stack of 30 only worth 15%? That's disappointing if that's the case. Or has it not put it in yet? Yeah, no, they're worth 15 each. We've got loads now. We've got loads of Xeno artifact cargoes. All just got finished up. Good. I say loads. We got like 2. Oh no, there's the rest. Boom, boom, boom. Now we can make the Kasbalika mission really like us, because we can just go and give them straight over if we want. Which I might just do quickly. Because each of those is worth quite a bit. So that's probably better. and comes with the benefit that if you weren't desperate for reputation with Kasbalika, you could easily give those Xeno artifacts to the Mechanicus, the Explorators, I believe. They're quite fond of Xeno artifacts. I think it's just those two mainly. Should be 4.5, but since it's 15, it goes to 105 for one set. I think so, yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunately not perfect, but, you know. Select tradable. That is another 3,200 rep. Now, just before we do that, my goodness, there's a bunch of stuff I can just pick up, apparently. Interesting. Fellowship of the Void, did we get enough with these guys to do the building we wanted? I think we did. I think we got enough with these, because these guys quite like... Oh my god, there's loads of stuff available. They quite like Xeno artifacts as well. But it was Kasbalika we really wanted to get to like us. Because some of the stuff here is great, and it's actually stuff for Juliet as well. Also, a fusion gun. Nice. Psyker's breastplate. Ooh, that's handy. You alright?
There's a sound outside, which is like someone really shittily breathing into a recorder. And I thought it was Minnie had his instruments out and was under the covers. But he's sound asleep.
Nice,
So
nice.
just someone outside, like, just
You thought Minnie was lying in bed with a recorder. Ooh. Ooh.
Would he?
Yeah, he totally would. He totally would. I know what my boy's like.
He is genuinely sound asleep, so...
Yeah, that 60% AP on the fusion gun is nice. That is an acceptable number. But yeah, look, we can pick up all this stuff. Nice. And then if I go, boom! Now we're level 5, we can have the Outcast Visor and the fusion gun! Hello! Well, that's interesting. Each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they gain 1 resolve till the end of combat. Could be good for Cassia. If the wearer inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxin, the target gets an additional 2 stacks. Nice. I mean, Outcast Visor is going straight on to... Right, we need to check what everyone's got then, because it looks like some... Dark Visionary Hood. Oh, nice. Bonus damage to Psychic and Navigator powers. So the Brink Walker Pendant. You can move without provoking attacks of opportunity as long as you're half health or less. Interesting. Got nothing for you. Have I got anything for Fellowship? Yes, I do. Not quite enough. Some. Anything for these guys? Might as well check whilst we're here. No. Okay, well, we've got some new items there. Most notably, this. Whenever the wearer kills a target with a single ranged attack for the first time in combat, the wearer immediately gains an additional attack this round. I don't know if that's worth it compared to 10 ballistic skill. Once per combat, she can get an extra attack. I don't know if I'm feeling that, I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind if it was once per round. If it was once per round, I'd absolutely wear it. But once per combat feels a bit... weak. We need to get Pascal the Eldari weapons proficiency. Oh no, we don't, because his multi-melt was better. All attack skill is to hit or damage also. To hit, but any excess to hit chance over 95% becomes crit chance. So more ballistic skill is more crit chance. It just works out straight up like that. The charge ability grants additional damage equal to the wearer's willpower bonus against demons and Xenos. Not bad. Not awful. What else did we get? We've got a Mizoa pattern Hex Rifle, which is a Drakari weapon. Would you like a new weapon? Oh my... Well, the thing is, right, the Needle Rifle's got armor pen, but it doesn't seem to be dealing damage. So I don't know... Yeah. This hits harder. Less armor pen. more additional hit chance, slightly less range. Looks pretty awesome. It's like a gigantic alien M4A1. I can't help but see that. We were going to get Toolbox the Drakari ability, weren't we? Which he's working towards, so that he can use the Bloodseeker Clave. Because that just sounds like fun. If the wielder kills an enemy with charge, this ability has no cooldown. Interesting. Sounds like you can charge twice in a turn, which is lovely. Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'll stick with the ballistic skill bonus. What have you got on your head at the moment? Additional resolve every time they kill an enemy, or additional resolve when they spend 10 attacks of advantage? No, we take the whenever she kills, because she can kill like 5 people in a turn, as evidenced. And that then gives her a monster amount of resolve, which means momentum builds faster, tactical advantage builds faster. It's just better all round. Yeah, nope. You could potentially wear that. Oh no, that you've got the ability that's giving people extra action point. Honestly, I think everyone's got what I want them to have for the time being. Were we going to give the fusion gun to anyone? Did we have a plan for that? The Toolbox is going to take the Drakari weapons. So, I don't think we did. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go and see what needs happening to save this planet. Xenotech. To the governor's camp. And let's take Jae, because she just said she's got a bounty on her head here, and I would love to see how that's going to interact. We've come to save you. You're not going to arrest the person that's come to save you, are you? Let's go. Welcome to Gratis. It's a jungle out there. Can Jae use it? Technically, yes. Technically, yes, but we're keeping her way out of melee at the moment. Way out of melee, because she be squishy.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Alright, calm yourself.
I
Calm
love
yourself
to
down,
lead.
Jae. The body's lying face down, its crooked fingers clean to the ground. This woman had her spine broken. Then she was allowed to crawl in the vain hope of escape. Ah, how you know you're dealing with the Drakari.
Litany of reconnaissance recited.
Goods.
The
Get 'em.
imprint of torment and fatigue has been left upon this world. The mark of my dark cousins is so stark, cannot be anything but a trap.
It literally can't be anything but a trap. Let's go in. Oh, look, a trap. Lord Xenos, you'll notice.
One and it's done.
Because that was a Dark Eldar. A Drakari trap.
Whatever you wish.
More loot. Where are we going? Is it up here? It is up here. Where's the trap? Where is the... Here's the trap. Found the trap, chap. Oh boy. They're just out here executing folk. It's...
At last.
Ooh.
You took your time coming to meet me, monkey.
The Xenos in ornate black armor turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood spatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretch into a crooked, unpleasant smile. And he says that. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the Elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in low Gothic.
Hold your foul tongue, abomination. Such filth will not use that tone with the Emperor's chosen.
Why, I sent an invitation by way of the cattle that dwelt on this world, and the chosen has so obediently appeared. How are my words anything but the truth? One of my soft-bodied kin. What meager offering tempted you to lower yourself to attending these animals? Or does their company remind you of being among your lost brothers and sisters?
I don't think I like this guy. I feel like he's a bad guy, chap.
What do you know about my brothers and sisters, Dark One?
Only that they wander blind and helpless, robbed of their home and hope.
BG3 flashbacks,
But
that's
why
it.
am I telling you this? Isn't it your duty to watch over your kin, outcast?
Coercion succeeded. My, this beast can speak our language.
Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I'm about to tell you. How is it that out of all of your kind, you're the only one to discover our feasts in advance? Usually you're all so slow and sluggish that my kin have always been enough time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way.
If a Drukari took a shine to me, Shireen, I'd know to expect nothing good out of it. You are too popular, even with your enemies.
What should my answer be? How is it we keep... I'm tempted to just play it dumb. What are you talking about?
Do not play the fool, rogue trader. The monkey know when their world or vessel is due for reaping. The monkey hide or attempt to bare their teeth. Somehow,
Fireball.
the monkey know what we know, and I suspect that the search for this leak ought to start with you. After all, it was with you that this series of setbacks began.
We're smarter than we look.
And? That's it? Just an assertion that your kind are not as brainless as you appear to be?
I think I made him angry.
This answer does not satisfy me. I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours, once and for all.
Just how I like to deal with things.
You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach, where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wreck, stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed.
I just love the fact that the Eldarian Drakari word for human is monkey. Just like with a slightly different spelling and inflection, but it's just monkey. Not so fast. I answered your question, now you can answer mine. The Xenos lowers his head pensively, but what catches your attention is something else. A barely noticeable twitch of his fingers in his armoured gauntlet. He is signalling to someone standing behind you.
Very well. Amuse me.
Look at this point. Sorry, who are you?
My name is Marajai Aziriesh, Draken of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, first blade to Lady Irimaris, Eviscerator of Illiridos, Blaze of the Barkag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corocious the Pale.
Quite a few names. Who's the Archon?
Mistress of the Cabal, whose hunting grounds lie in this region of real space. It was she who ordered her subjects to gut monkey worlds in order to replenish the supply of meat in the cages of her arenas.
Okay.
I suppose I should not have expected anything compelling from a monkey. Your questions breed boredom. The conversation is over.
Sorry about that, folks. Conversations end when I say they do.
Oh, monkey. I do not play by your rules.
He's just going to cheese it. Yep. I don't play by your rules. Run away! So there's someone behind me. I'm pretty certain of that. Because he was signalling with his little gauntlet. With his whittle gauntlet. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. So I'm sticking with it now. Okay, Juliet, my first job for you is to find any enemy sharpshooters and end them. Oh, what are you? Oh, you've got a splinter rifle. You kind of look like you've got that and swords and pistols and oh my god, you're heavily armed. Okay. Blade Master, Warrior, Incubus as well. We've got an Incubus. Sybarite. Okay, this might not be the easiest fight in history. But by Jove, we're going to give it a try. The Hammer Squad's going left, and the Sniper Squad's going to cause as much trouble as possible in the meantime. Pascal, go with the Hammer Squad. Right, so now we need to be a bit more careful about the order that we do this in. Enemies are quite far away at the moment, so I am going to start off by doing...
How about no?
Put the sniping zone on Juliet. The mid zone...
A moving target.
Bugs the hell out of me, I have to do it this way. Put the mid zone there.
I can do that.
And then move
with
back
the right
into
incentive.
it. And I forget that that's how it works every time. And let's put the... Yeah, enemies suffer more damage from any source.
You've got a problem.
Put that on him.
I've got a prize.
Literally on him. Then we're going to...
Am I getting paid for this?
Pump up Juliet's skills. Give
I
her
can do
L
that
bonus turn.
with the right incentive.
She's going to expose a weakness on the snake boy.
This tedium is beneath me.
And then she's going to shoot him in the face.
I am not your Xenos pet.
No weakness is hidden from my
38
sight.
damage. That thing has 100% armor. 100%. Eesh. Okay.
Ancestors guide me.
That puts the hemorrhage on though, which is rending damage. So I should ignore it, please. You've now got the Drakari Hex rifle. Actually, some toxins would be a great thing against him as well, wouldn't they? Boop.
Jai Haydari. Remember the name.
Dead Eye Shot doesn't apply toxins. What? Or he's immune. Maybe he's immune. Probably immune. Oh, if you reduce his wounds, he loses armor. So the more hurt he gets, the less armor he's going to have. Okay. That we can sort of deal with. Ish. Right, now it's Juliet's actual turn. So on this one we can do a bit more.
I understand your intent.
Slap that kind of exposure on. He's exposed on two sides, and we're on those sides. So I'm pretty sure this will count. How many stacks is that? He's got just the 3. So we can take his armor down a little bit, and that'll let us do some more damage.
If it serves your cause.
Puts him down to 66%. That's better. That's much better. Hit him.
Fortune favors
That's
the
better.
swift.
And there goes the rest of his armor as well, because we just did a bunch of damage to him.
I am
I'm going to hunker
not
down
your
here with the
Xenos
perfect spot.
pet monkey.
And then I'm going to do that. To really stack it up. Really, really stack it up. Right, now Abelard's turn. He's got 36% left. His weapon does about 30-something percent, 40% armor pen. So this has essentially got no armor to him. Just charge. Yeah. Dead before it took a turn. Good. I didn't want that thing having a turn.
At your beck and call.
Nice. There's ways around
I will
every
do my
defense that
duty.
an enemy has. Let's be honest here. Right, the Sybarite's going next. I don't remember what that's going to be like. Got a blast pistol, burning touch of the warp, hour from pain. Oh, if they take warp damage, they lose all their bonuses. Right. The Sybarite is running away. Excellent. And commanding this warrior to do something instead. And miss. Good.
Your death is approaching.
So, the Blade Master is in now. Cassie, you're going to move forwards, I think. How far away can you do this from? It's probably a little bit too far. Yeah, I can't get in. Oh wait, one block closer and I can though. So if Cassia moves to here,
Step
I can do it.
aside.
So,
The navigator is coming.
good job, Cassia. Doopy-doopy-doo. Swap things. Because you can get an infusing charge on him with this as well. Oh no, you can't because you've not got line of sight, you daffy co. Screw it. We're doing it live.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Do that, and then we've got... Yes, I've
If
got
I
enough to do
may.
laser eyes. Abelard! What's he got? He's got 2 points. He could do one for that, and he could do one for expose. Brilliant.
At your beck and
Expose.
call.
Slam. Oh! That's nearly a one hit. Abelard's finally figured out how to assassin with a hammer. All assassins need thunder hammers, by the way, chat. That's my personal opinion. That's still the infusing one, so she buffs herself, which should put her up to 138. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Then we're going to swap staffs for the sakes of it, and we're going to hit with the laser eyes and the tactical
Isn't this
advantage
a job for the serfs?
on the incubus or the warrior. Let's slap the incubus for now.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
You will
around.
not withstand my vengeance.
Yeah, it's not put any of the like slow or stop debuffs on, but did a good whack of damage. Good job, Cassia.
Them tremble.
You hate it when you attack the enemy's melee user, and he dodged. Oh god!
My luck finally run out.
Nobody escapes us.
Oh, that freaking hurt. That freaking hurt. But it's okay. Toolbox is here to potentially save the day. Going in on that incubus. Or not. What's his dodge chance? 43. It's not great, but it's also not awful. Oh, I should have used shove
You are doomed.
to get him off Jai. Let's just endure. Then he can hopefully get away. Pascal! Nothing says leave my officer alone like a multi-melter shot to the face, does it? And he's rank 4. Right, mark him as... Fine, run here. Okay, mark him as prey.
Request approved.
Then there's other things we can do to do more damage. You want to do a proper attack? Because this doesn't do proper attack. Next non-area attack. Next attack this turn will have additional effects. I think that's the one I want. Although I can do both.
Running binary
Boop.
override.
So let's do Intimidators. Oh, tactical knowledge. That's what I keep forgetting about. Well, let's do this just to see if we can kill him.
Approved.
Multi-melter. It's not going to kill him. Not unless it crits. It didn't crit. But it was worth a try, damn it. I tried, and therefore no one should hold that against me. No one else has really got any stacks on, and his just went away. So I can't really do the tactical knowledge thing to improve everyone's armour. The Blade Master here.
Bow to
To
me.
achieve nothing. Well, we're all stood around here now, aren't we? Ah!
Looks
Aha.
like I'll need more augmentations.
Another warrior over there. If you try and move away from him, is he going to slap your shit? I can't help but think that he is.
Don't
So,
get too
Toolbox.
cocky.
Prevent that, please. Oh, the slam! Why am I so dumb? Don't answer that. Don't answer. No, it's... She can't attack? Oh, she can.
You've got a problem?
Got him. Got him. Oh, thank goodness for that. Get into some cover. It's not great cover, but it's cover. You don't have any healing you can use, so... Let's go with a little bit of delirium. Oh, I can't throw it far enough. Of course I can't. I could hit him with that sweet, sweet monofilament, but, yeah, you know. Good news, it's Yurliet's turn.
Swift and silent.
And she's in a position to just total this guy, I think.
If I must. I
Okay.
understand your intent. Another soul
Got him.
lives beyond the veil.
Oh, I can make a normal attack. Now, why can I do that? What's allowing me to make an extra attack there? Have I got an item I've forgotten about? Oh, whenever the wielder scores a critical hit with a single shot attack, they gain an additional attack this turn. That's what's done it. Nice. Okay, so there's no AP to do that one, so we're just going to shoot.
This tedium is beneath me.
Good job.
If it serves your cause.
Great work. Armor values are getting much... Well, not for you. You've got shit armor. You've got no armor on. But armor values in general are getting higher and higher. But so are armor pen. So it's getting a little bit spicy out here. You're exposed. I can
Indeed.
kill you. Oh, with the... Really? Really?
Victory is imminent.
Let's do a slash. Because I can do that, and that should kill him.
Took care of this one.
Yeah, boy. Alright, it's
No
Abelard
matter
time.
the cost. At your beck and call.
New turn.
A tactically sound approach.
Yeah, that kind of works. Go here and kill this guy off. Good.
Foul breath.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
And he's a ranged guy next to a melee user, so he can't fire. Good! Unless he tries to... Wait a minute, I can do this. Bonk! 9 health. 9 health left. Of course he does. I've got another attack.
One fewer target.
I forgot this is one of those turns where you can make as many attacks as you like. Where is this Sybarite? Let's get over here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Hey, this is working. Turns out Abelard's one of our best team players now. Whatever changes they've made, I think it has kind of leveled it out, so it's not just the Yurliet show anymore, at least. It's still kind of the Yurliet show, I'm not going to lie. It's still a little bit the Yurliet show. Just not entirely. And that's alright.
Be careful not to
Okay.
cross my gaze.
Don't give Pascal a bonus turn, because he can't use it properly. Toolbox has had a bonus turn. He has had a bonus turn. A bonus turn. Give him the bonus. Let's
Is
throw it
this a
back to
job for the
Jai.
serfs?
I've got 6 AP this turn, so
I am a navigator, not a
time to cause some
servitor.
damage. And she's gonna.
Don't get too
Good.
cocky.
Good, great work, Joey. Yes, I mean I didn't really expect you to do that anyway. I was just using that so that we could get more and more willpower on Cassia. 168. That's pretty good. Swap to the Bloodhound. And fire the eye lasers at the Cabalite warrior directly across from you.
Me.
Is this
If
still
you
willpower
insist, Lord
based?
Captain.
Yes. So it is dealing more and more damage each time that we buff her. Good. With the tactical advantage, she might be able to melt a Cabalite warrior. Melt?
As duty demands.
Melted. And because of Bloodhound, she can do it a second time. Oh, nearly. Nearly. That was a big old critty. Finish him. Will do. Right, who's left? It's just the Sybarite up top. You just stay hidden, mate.
Okay. Now I'm really riled up.
She's got an injury. Honestly, there's not much anyone can do except Abelard, who can just get in there, because she is so well hidden. So, Abelard, it's your show, Chief. How much you got? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I would like you to expose.
Victory is imminent.
And
At your
smash.
beck and call.
Oh, with the dodge. Art thou shitting me? Well, let's just endure whatever she's got to offer. Dodge again. What's your dodge chance? 80%. What is that? Dark Light Blast. That's that, isn't it? That's that blast pistol. Oh boy.
That
You do
is
that?
foolishness.
No, you can't use line of sight. It's foolishness. It's so silly.
I have read tomes
You
of
can't do
military
that.
tactics.
That's illegal. Still can't reach Abelard, but we are getting closer to her. Good, good. Alright, we are going to have to get the rest of the team to start running in, because apparently Abelard can't hit her.
Advancing.
Smoothly played, mate.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
She is bleeding, which is not ideal. Might have to bring Juliet over, actually, and heal her in a minute. Abelard! And I'm going to hit her again! Yay! Keyword being hit this time. I've exposed you. Oh, I think this gives her like 100% dodge, actually. That's why she's hard to hit. Because she's got 80%, and using this ability is giving her another 40% dodge. And I don't have many dodge reduction, really? Noted. That's why it sucks. Good news, I'm also really good at dodging. I've got a 95% dodge rate. So these two are going to dance around each other.
Emperor, give me
At least
strength.
until Cassia turns up and melts
If I
her
may.
brain. Can't dodge that.
Me. If you insist. Try to die with grace, at least.
He went just a graze as she melted his face off. Blast pistol, reinforced Cabalite armor. Interesting.
If such is the Emperor's will.
I think we kind of ascertained that Joliet doesn't want to wear Drakari armor, didn't we? I think. +5 persuasion, and whenever affected by an ally's ability, they gain a stacking +3% dodge until the end of combat. Any buffs that are stacking till the end of combat tend to have the potential to be very good. I want that incubus, don't I? I want to make sure I loot that incubus. Because he's probably... Oh, his head came completely separate. Look at that. Nice. A clave and a reinforced incubus armor plus. Cool. That looks like all of it. And We leveled up, which is one of my favourite things to do. But yeah, no one's going to be able to use any of this equipment we're finding other than our Eldari bestie. Open that up, Pascal. Thank you.
Successful.
Well, I say that, of course, I say that, but our skills and characteristics. The two things I don't need right now. More carouse, because you're insanely good at it. More toughness. More energy, more passion. More footwork. El Grand Strategist. What does she mostly need? So Fellowship? I'm guessing? And what have we given her loads of, obviously? Fellowship. Let's give her more, then. And Imperium Law. She's got 147 law... No, 162 Law Imperium. That's nuts. We're never failing one of those checks ever again. You've got as much willpower as you can get some Fellowship. Your Persuasion is now 137. Likewise, not failing those in a hurry. Pick up some awareness? None of this is particularly... Oh, wait, logic. Tech use. Wait a minute. Tech use. Yeah, I'm onto you. We've got all the intelligence we need at the moment. Let's get him some more ballistic skill. Don't forget void ship jobs. Oh, yeah. I have completely forgot void ship jobs. Never mind. Characteristics for our amazing assassin. It's agility, because that equates to more dodge, which equates to more lethality. Which is one of the main things giving her her damage output right now. And you're going to be the same, aren't you? You need agility. For pretty much the same reasons. You're good at demolitions now, just for the record. But athletics is kind of your main strength. Okay. Please heal Jay.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Are we going this way then? Kind of looks like we're going this way. Or not. Where would one go from here? I mean, we came in this way. It looks like we just leave. Dude escaped this way, and with an athletics check. Cleverly hidden loot. Worth getting. A bolt pistol named Deadly Precision. We like that. And the Armour of the Undaunted. Which is interesting. All the wearer's attacks cost 1 AP more, but gain plus 20% critical hit chance. Yeah, he BBE said we'll fight him somewhere else, yeah. Very well, we will do battle, but not here. Here you will fight my minions. Right, let's get some of this stuff in cargo, like splinter rifles and stuff. Let's just check what Juliet is willing to use. Very little. She will not touch the Drakari stuff. Thought so. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Let's collect all this stuff and just check on this. So, I don't want the needle rifle. It turned out to be pants. I don't want a auto pistol. Who even uses those? Single-handed sword. Nope. Armor of the Undaunted. Medium armor, 45%. No one's really using medium now. I literally have no one in medium. Everyone is either in light or heavy. And very soon it'll be everyone is in light or power armor. Like, literally opposite ends of the spectrum. Don't need that. Don't need that. Have not been using that or that. That. Or that. Don't need medium at the moment. So reinforced incubus armor is nice. Kabbalite armor is 40%. I mean, that's good. And adds more dodge if your agility is over 65%. But I don't know if she can ever take the Drakari weapons the Drakari proficiency. In fact, she can't, Because that's not even the weapons proficiency, that's just Drakari equipment. Which means it can only ever be equipped by a Drakari, right? So she can't ever use that. Although the fact that we're able to loot that does start to make me wonder if at some point in this game you get a Drakari friend. Maybe if you take a really evil, bad path, you know? Really nasty path, you get that. We're not using that either. The other one's better. It's just resolved for every kill. We're keeping that, though. We're keeping that out just in case we want to use it. Infernical. Don't remember getting that. Quite cool. Okay, we'll keep all the rest of it out for now.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Where's my ship just gone?
The treasures of the Coronis
Where am I
await.
going? Might be the system with all the ships that swarmed you. It might be, mightn't it? Yeah. The ones who were kind of technically sort of ish supposed to sneak past and then could not. Well, that was the last thing we needed to do here. There's Xenotech on that world, which we don't currently need. Have we got any more? We have got 7 people for 5 provisions. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for profit factor. I'll take that one. Nice. Inspection master completed. 7 people spent. We still got 8. And, interesting. So can I... Wait, can I complete more? I can! The people were not consumed. Intriguing. Intriguing. When it's people, they don't get consumed. That's quite cool. You just have to reach a certain level and then you can complete the contract. We've got more profit factor. Yay! I love profit factor. It's one of my favourite things. There the hole. I mean, I'll go look up north, Crabs, and if... Galactic North, whatever you want to describe it as. And if we can see, a little quest marker on one of the places we've been to. Oh, save the Eldari survivors. In Uncharted. Ooh, so it's not that one. I'll chart, don't worry. I'm charting! Look, I'm doing it! Now we can visit the Cradle of Kepri. Give that a try. Demonic eyes had materialized and begun to slither across the walls of Crew Quarter 49. The burning orbs swelled like bubbles of fetid swamp gas, only in secluded places at first, later appearing in plain sight. Everyone subject to their glare started experiencing headaches and spells of self-flagellation. After one of the officers peeled off a portion of his own skin to fashion a makeshift eyelid for one of the fiendish orbs, the section was quarantined since neither fire nor other munitions could prevent more eyes from sprouting up on the ship. The vessel was cleansed only by escaping from the clutching embrace of the Sea of Souls. Since I reloaded and didn't go there, of course, yes. Charting. Check me out, charting some routes. Finding nothing, I think. Big old nothing. Big old nothing. Oh, maybe this unsafe route. I may have just found this this deadly route back to Trinitas, which I will not be taking. But let's see what's in the Cradle of Kepri. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds a bit more Necron than I'm comfortable with. Yeah, Crabs, we did, didn't we? Free stuff. Begin the scan. Xenotech. I'm just kind of marking it all and getting it scanned, and then we can come back and stick extractiums on them if we need them. Hey, there's another of those Architect mechanism fragments. That's 3 now. And they all look like a quarter of something. Just saying, that could be cool. Rumour completed bit by bit. Little by little. Actually, can I see that, please? Bit by bit. Rumour. Once again came across the plundered vessel containing the ancient machines. This time, tech priests greedily inspected everything down to the last cog, but all they were able to scavenge was another fragment of the Archaeotech mechanism. Perhaps somewhere in the expanse there are more ships like this one. So we just keep finding bits. Get the Xenotech so you don't have to get back. I've got 5 already. I refuse. I'm going down. Distress signal. Let's go. We're in the distress signal zone. What's gonna attack us this time?
Wanna know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about being in my nice heated cabin with a glass of something warm and somebody warm pressed up against me.
This is all Casballica that's required. And that opens up the way to Dark Sage's Xeno Defense, which is the other one I think we wanted. That can be equipped. That's not, and that's not either. Okay, yes, it was Xeno Defense we wanted, which is 4 security. Well, they all are. Yeah, but that meant we were getting Advice of the Dark Sages. Everyone hurts Xenos more instead of bit of meds. And we're getting Rose of Zamacond for the pollen rather than the Eyes of Joyous. Yes, that was it. Colony, degree on diligence, efficiency +2, complacency -2. Efficiency is crazy on this planet right now. What else can we do? Did we want profits for water or did we want something else? Bloody Underhive. All allies gain 5% melee damage and 20% damage to their attacks of opportunity. So we need weapons for this. We need weapons. And I've got a feeling we're going to need to go and rescue our last planet, the production world, to really get this kind of stuff. So, other than that, it's either Sordid Goods, Fellowship of the Void, and Zealot, which is crap. Or it's the Casballican auction for the profit factor in the Ashen Breath. So again, it's Casballica mission. So most of our construction... Oh, I didn't check the third planet, did I? Lord Captain, a disturbing report has come from the quarries of Viobos 6. The slave labourers have lost their minds. They forget how to use tools, they huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, even under the lashes of the whips, ruining the mining deadlines. Some people get obsessed with using their nails to claw out the blasphemous symbols on the tools, on machines, and even on their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The wardens consider it a performance to divert attention away from the escapes and an impending rebellion. What are the symbols being scratched out? It's hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition. Unnaturally round circles connected by lines. The lines are interrupted by groups of dots. The patterns can sometimes follow some sort of logic and sometimes be unique. I can provide picts of them. After examining the pict, you realise that the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence. Right, what do my advisors have to say? Spotting an intriguing pattern in the drawing of the symbols left by the prisoners. Hypothesis: they have a practical purpose, requesting access to the mines and the right to investigate the specimen for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Right. Disappearing prisoners. What is the point of running away from penal servitude if the entire world is a prison cell? No, Shireen. These Ashmags have found some sort of smuggling tunnel network and are hiding there. And the drawings are their secret language, which they use to give orders to their fellow prisoners. I know some guys who can find such secret places and decipher these languages. If the slaves will continue to disappear for no reason, then unrest will soon follow, whether out of fear of disappearing themselves or out of hope for the possibility of escape. To stifle this, we have put pressure on the slaves' leaders. My experience suggests that such people can hold more sway than any warden. Right, so here's what the rewards are. Servants of the Omnisar allowed to research will give us expert cryptographer. All allies gain 7 logic. A peculiar trinket. Start the wearer's turn. They gain 2 times their armor deflection in temporary wounds. When their wounds drop to 0, they fall prone and gain 10%. It's a little tanking trinket. Or, Abelard is right, Watchdogs of Viobos, flagship gains +3 speed for the first round. I'm going to choose this one. There is no sacrifice more worthy than one done in the name of the search for knowledge. The wise servants of the Omnissiah have interrogated the strange prisoners. Research on their brain tissue did not reveal any mutations. Those labourers who have completely lost their utility have been granted servitorization in order to maintain production levels, but it seems, in the end, something was found after all. The drawing of the prisoners have been too systematic. They could not simply be gibberish. The sets of repeating elements of the dashes and dots are far too similar. But if it indeed was a secret language, then judging by its complexity and the impossibility of decoding it, the language was definitely not created by a convict. Perfect circles with lines. That sounds a lot like Necron symbology. Again, we're back onto possibly Necrons. Maybe not great. Sure, it'll be fine. Right, what can we get here? Dreamless. Doesn't lock anything out. Gives us 2 efficiency. Nice. Warp guides. Doesn't lock anything out. Gives us 2 security. Those are 2 great ones to do. Player character gains absolute efficiency. All allies gain 5 commerce and 4% hit chance, and it blocks Envirodome, which would give carouse and less toxic damage. I want this, please. Yes. Efficiency and the rest of it. Winner. Sweet. And I can't do another one whilst that's doing, can I? No. Cool. Anyway, onto this obvious ambush. What's this? 2 skeletons are lying in strange positions, as if one was either carrying or hugging the other, and did not let go, even in death. Their gear is badly damaged and decayed. Carefully inspect the skeletons and their gear. 100% chance. There are 3 things worthy of note. Fragments of some sort of devices that both skeletons carried on their belts, some shiny trinkets in the remains of the carried skeleton's bag, and an old portable cogitator in the other's bag. Broken device? The pieces of broken tech suggest this was a rudimentary radar jammer, an item commonly utilised by pirates in the Coronis Expanse. Noted. What's happened here? There we go. The trinkets are clearly of Xenos origin. They are miscellaneous, time-worn items that have no particular value. One can assume that they are pretty trophies looted from several corpses. Tech use -5, 100% chance. The cogitator has been exposed to the elements for decades or even centuries. It is a small miracle that you are able to extract a fragment of a Vox recording, apparently the last communications. We're rich! Chaos, take me rich! Fly, for crying out loud. Spit it out. What have you found? Rich! Screw footfall. The Expanse can go to the Orcs. We're out of here. Calixis, here we come. Yeah, because with our record, Calixis is definitely the place to go. What makes you think life's better there anyway? I want a house on some planet, a mansion, with a lion statue at the entrance. It'll have a servitor with one job, dusting my lion statue. Fly, you idiot, you're still on a dangerous planet. Quit sending me your hollering. Get back here or just tell me what you found already. Fly? Fly, you coming? I'm coming for you, dumbass. If you're not responding just to mess with me, you're dead meat. Interesting. Interesting. We got a couple of little bits of XP for that as well, I think. Yeah. Lovely. So
Where's
there's
the profit in this?
something dangerous here. Who knew? To the athletics check.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
This looks like a battlefield. If I've ever seen
your
one.
Body with iron, but greed cannot be cured with cold metal.
Hello. What are you?
Run, fools, or fall!
Those are of Drakari construction. Darkland. Oh my god, Darklands turrets? This could suck. Especially since we're now surrounded by traps as well. Wait, what directions were they in? Oh, all of them. Good, all the directions. Great. That's just wonderful. Right, Jaya, get back there. Yuliet, get behind this, and we'll make the first thing we do to take out this one and this one, so we can sort of use this end of the battlefield. Melee users, how are we gonna play this? Badly would be my guess. Although I would be willing to bet that a multi-melter can do at least some damage against these, right? Hopefully. Don't put all your dudes in a line. That's what I know about this. Because Dark Lances will do terrible things. Hey, Josephson. Yeah, turrets, many turrets. Left side, even side. Now handle it. Alright. J. All allies in the front line gain a 13% bonus to armor. Off on you guys.
Never in a thousand
Can't.
sectors.
Fine.
Am I
Right.
getting paid for this?
Do that with Juliet. The sniper's own honor. It's one of the most
Tell me,
important things.
and it is done.
The Xenos are playing tower defense. Wait a minute, they
Don't
are.
get too cocky.
Damn them. I'd like you to find an inexplicable exposed point on that turret, please. Well done. And then ruin it.
I am not your Xenos pet, Monk.
Oh, it didn't kill. It did a lot of damage, though. It was a big lick. Free
I
shot.
understand your intent.
There's no way you can hemorrhage a turret, is there? No. I'm kind of glad that that was the case, because it would have been weird. It would have been very, very weird if you could hemorrhage a turret. But, you know, I had to try. Oh, and this is like a toxin rifle. There's no way this does any meaningful damage.
You've got a problem.
Got to try, though, haven't I? Did 5. Yeah. Smooth. Annoyingly, we've kind of got to do this.
Helium is beneath me.
But that one's down. Inspect the wreckage. Cool. That's on this side, isn't it? Yeah, but we can't do this attack again. We can't even do a Deadeye shot again. Disappointment.
I am not your Xenos pet, Monk.
Is immeasurable. And my day is ruined. Take the free shot.
If I must. Fortune
Hey, Val.
favors the
You're having a
swift.
Mackies. Oh, Mackies. Love a good Mackies, me. Nice to see an ice planet finally. Yeah, we've come to this supposedly deserted planet and found a load of Drakari Darklance turrets that burst out the snow at us. Not cool. Also, we met a Drakari. He turned out to be not a very nice guy, and he set all his friends on us. So we had to kill an Incubus and a bunch of other high-ranking Drakari who tragically dissolved before our sniper fire. Just avoid the yellow snow. That should do the trick there. Abelard's going next. Now, I don't know if we can realistically reach any of these, because we're going to have to run through landmines to do it, or whatever these Xenos traps are. And I don't like that. I don't know if you can even do it in combat. So, why is the damage only reduced by 2 now? Oh, they've done half your toughness bonus.
Victory
They've
is
nerfed all my builds. Sad face. Is that still good? +2 deflection for each archetype. Right, we're just going to run through because it should only affect him.
My purse is at the fore.
Lord Captain!
Didn't only affect him, but he took 0 damage from it. So,
I've suffered worse.
we're fine. We're fine.
Indeed.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Jeez, how did we do so little damage? What the hell?
I will
Got a
do
thunder
my
hammer.
duty.
Aim for the opening. Do
It
some
will
actual
be done.
damage. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's not too bad. There was a Dark Lance shot that did 5 damage to us. I can live with 5 damage. Right, Juliet's had a free turn already. So I guess we give the next one to Toolbox? Or Abelard. We could just run over here, buff Abelard, get him to whack that one, and then heat ray that one out of existence. Hey, Mr. Epic, how you doing tonight?
Step aside. The navigator
Prince
is
had
coming.
0 chill. His pants were too tight. Accurate. Can confirm that is exactly the reason for all of that.
I'm not
right, give
accustomed
Abelard
to
turn.
being ordered around.
Abelard is going to... Can he do both of these? Yes, he can.
Victory is imminent.
Abelard can still do this. Expose
Indeed.
and whack.
I took care of
Turrets
this one.
don't get dodges. Affect the wreckage. Move closer. Denied. Have we still got the infusing staff? We have. Boop. And then we're going to fire eye lasers at this turret. Oh, with a tactical advantage? Yes.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? if I may.
Rude. Ah, so close. Oh, that's it. Pascal could probably finish it, right? Finish him. Oh shit, 50% chance to hit. Way to go, dude. Way to miss. God damn it. Got it. Got it with the second shot. I hope at least one turret gets to murder you. Turret gets dodges exactly like bollards and lampposts get stealth attack bonuses. That's fair. That's fair. Oh god, okay, Abelard took a big hit from that one. I like how Pascal only took 5 damage from it. That one did pew-pew Josephson, but unfortunately, it was hidden. These are not the first Dark Lances we've had fired at us, though, and I very much doubt that they'll be the last. These are the last 2 over here. So, worry not, because I don't feel like you've missed out on all the Dark Lancing that's going to happen. Not by a lengthy margin. Right, I'm going to buff up and then trigger this mine, because it's just a monofilament and we should be fine. Oh, or we could disable it. Apparently Toolbox has that power. Abelard doesn't. Abelard just runs through shit, but Toolbox is sensible and actually disarms. New. I can't attack it, but I can stand right next to it. Where I, at least, am convinced it probably can't do that same to me. In theory.
Am I getting paid for this?
Juliet, have another turn. It's a real shame she's only got 2 AP attacks.
I understand
It's
your
just
intent.
so little damage without an expose. Ah, I say that. It actually hit pretty hard. Not gonna lie, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. However, I will now expose... Oh shit, there's 3 up there. Oh shit! Oh shit!
This medium is beneath me.
Always attack the furthest target possible. And move away from it if you can. I've just realised that because, don't forget she's got the perk that increases her damage based on how far away she fires from. So you want to literally get as far away from targets as possible with Juliet. And then shoot.
If it serves your cause.
Ooh, yeah, it works. That's functional. That's freaking base, that is.
Duty go hand in hand.
Abelard, you are next to the wrong turret now. You need to
Follow
be
my lead.
moving over here. Oh, and healing yourself.
Careful now.
Maybe do a little heal. Because you took a Dark Lance hit to the face. Which was not... There you go, there's one firing. Luckily it just missed. Yeesh. If I do that, and then, yeah, I can do this.
Always drowned
1, 2,
in
3, 4,
scarlet.
5. So, oh, hang on. She needs to swap staffs. Pew pew. Then I get 1 more from her crit. Oh, I might have done. Never
Isn't
mind.
this a job for the serfs?
Toolbox smash. I need to be using this one. Ugh. It does double damage. So, and I keep forgetting that it does that and just wasting it. Doesn't need to kill anymore. Just any... Oh no, I think it does. No, that was a different item. Basically, if she gets a single shot crit... which item was it? Is it that one? Oh, it's with the weapon. Whenever the wielder scores a critical hit with a single shot attack, they gain an additional attack this turn. And I forgot about that, so yes. I could absolutely have shot again. Never mind. That would be 29 to 62, or if I do this again, that would be 31 to 66. We change staffs, so it does a bit more damage, and then we go, let's finish this one off. Pew pew!
Another foe painted
Boom.
black.
Oh, I had a second attack with her as well! I am a doofus. Chat, I have gone maximum doofus tonight. Why is that only a 50% chance to hit? You need more ballistic skill against the stationary target. Mark it as prey. Give yourself the buff. Don't look at what abilities are glow. Just press next like a true Chad. Exactly! You've got to go maximum Chad, haven't you? Good multi-melter ring. Great work. Let's just knacker its weapon. His power sword's better than his damn multi-melter. Aha! Dodged you. Take that, you shit. Oh man. Toolbox's damage output is actually kind of bad. Because I keep using the wrong ability. Oh, I'm so hopeless. Yet. It's time to kick some ass. Can you hit this one? Yeah, you
not
can.
Your Xenos pet.
Yeah, you can.
You cannot force me, Elantok.
No, you can't.
Ancestors guide
That
me.
did a bit. I forgot that I was on a bonus turn, so
I can
it
do that
did
with the right
basically no
incentive.
damage. And Toxic Shot doesn't affect turrets. But this one, now for realsies, chat. That was just the practice shot.
Intent.
That was the practice shot. So this time is for keeps. Playing for all the marbles now. Boop.
If I must.
261, that'll do it. And then her extra shot that she gets, that I'm not forgetting this time, kills that one.
No more.
That's all of them. Okay, that was a fight.
And done.
Slightly concerned that what?
Ready as always.
Joy's ability. They're bullets! They're shooting abilities. Or, you know, melee abilities, because she's got a pair of Eldari chainswords. Which she used to cut the Incubus to ribbons in the last one. She actually cut his head off. It was beautiful. Alright, everyone form up. Or set off more monofilament grenades. Great idea. Love it.
We are the
Not what I was
of the
planning,
Imperium.
but we'll go with it.
Let's patch
Heal
you
up
up.
some wounds.
Integrity factor.
My lord.
This wound will make a fine scar. Let's patch you up.
I've got so many medkits, I'm not afraid of using them. I have been, once again, you'll all be shocked to hear, I have been hoarding consumables in this playthrough.
My pleasure.
Nice one. So examine the transmitter now. Hey, the unsettling structure adorned in strange masks vaguely resembles the antenna of a powerful transmitter. At its base, you see a cogitator and a few other devices. It seems that some part of the structure is buried underground. Investigate that bad boy, 100% chance. You identify a number of elements in the structure. The long-range antenna of a design standard for Imperial colonies, the cogitator, the Eldari beacon, and half a dozen other devices of varied origin. They all have one thing in common. This tech is designed to transmit basic signals to neighbouring space, the most common being requests for assistance and ship distress codes. Interesting. Isn't that a good thing? Send the stuff you don't use to be sold for rep. I absolutely could. Yeah. Hoarding consumables is how you win, Josephson, it is. You've got to keep them. You might need them for the very final battle, and you can't use them in the final battle because you might need those consumables for the end cutscene, and you can't use them in the end cutscene because you might need them for the credits, or the post-credits scene that hints at another game, or next game. You know, you can't just use those. The Iconoclast, blow up the structure. I mean, I'm going to force access to it in the hope that I can still... Someone loaded this miserable place with transmitters from various races in the hope that someone would land here and run into their welcoming committee. Clever. I saw similar tactics used in my years in the Navy. True, in a war zone you're usually on high alert. You don't just hair off after a lone distress signal. But in an isolated place like this, you expect the most likely scenario. Just a ship that had to make an emergency landing. It looks like plenty fell for it. Or for the sequel, or New Game Plus. You know, there's too many possibilities. You can't just use those. Right, what about the logic? You managed to penetrate the cogitator's defences. Its function is rather simple. The program is designed to activate the transmitter once every 5 years and send out a ship distress signal into space. Turn it off permanently. You destroy the program and disable the transmitter. No one will respond to this sinister signal ever again. And then I blew it up. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Because I get the Iconoclast points and a bunch of experience as well, apparently. Nice. Like, it's off. Excellent. Make it more off. Off it again. Disable that.
One and it's done.
Right, what happens if we I'm just gonna click this. If we do this. Lamest explosion ever, it was a bit, wasn't it? It wasn't great.
And done.
Right, there's fabulous prizes in these turrets. We're getting that. We're taking the fabulous prizes.
My pleasure.
You've got to do each of them individually, which is a little annoying, not gonna lie. But worth it for the loot, you know. You gonna loot it? You gonna do the thing?
One and it's done.
It's a load of Xeno artifacts and miscellaneous as well. It's actually pretty good.
How can one find the right way
ancient
without
remains,
his
look.
light?
Ooh. Intriguing.
And done.
Getting loads of experience for this.
A job for me.
Ooh. Eldari runes, Drakari needles, shard net. What's on the ancient remains? Come on, something good, something good, something good.
It's done.
It's an Eldari. There was no
Looking
loot.
for a hidden cache.
Just identifying. Tech use 100. Shuriken pistol and makeshift heavy xenomesh. Plus 5 wounds. Plus 2 deflection against non-human enemies. It's a 60% armor with 4 deflection. That's really nice. Pascal, you can wear that, right? Because you can wear heavy. That is interesting. Arguably better, but only just. The wounds is useful. That's 5 extra hit points. Nothing wrong with that. And plus deflection against non-human enemies, but less deflection against human enemies, I suppose. Because it's only 4 instead of my current armor's 5. That's a tough call. What? Oh, wait. Oh, no. The Tempest's carapace is not better. Damn. Sounds heretical. No. It's just Xenomesh. It's fine. Nothing wrong with a good bit of Xenomesh. It's got Xeno in it, sure, but pretty sure it's definitely not heretical. No heresy here, boss. I don't think it's worth using. I don't. The Radiant Breastplate's quite good. Except for the minus 5% dodge. I might save it, because I think I was going to get Toolbox heavy as well, wasn't I? Once I've gotten Drakari. You know, there's a process for him. A whole process. Let's loot these last turrets. And then get out of here. Go and explore the next planet. Ooh, what are you? Exquisite Wraithbone Blade Fragments. They were worth quite a bit of Xeno artifact. They were. Check there as well.
A job for me.
Loads of stuff. Loads of Xeno artifacts from this one. Oh, Casbalika. He already got average of 0% dodge in this chapter. Yes. Yes, he does. That is fair. I didn't want to press B. I wanted to press that one. Yeah, if you look at his current armor, the character wearing this armor will dodge 0% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. By comparison, Yurliet will dodge half of enemy attacks in this chapter. A 50% dodge rate at the moment. Abelard's on 50% as well. I think 50% is the highest you could technically actually have, off the top of my head. Because of the way that the maths works in this, even if you've got like over 100% dodge chance, like he's got 105 and she's got stupid amounts, I think the maximum effective dodge you can actually have is 50%. But having above that means that you can take more dodge reduction before you get to that level. But hey, dodging half of all the attacks leveled at you, that's pretty good. According to those tooltips, the Xenomesh should have higher reduction. Ooh, no, yeah, you're right. It reduces the incoming damage more. Yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Let's do it. Also, it comes with badass change in looks. Instead of normal red-robed hotness, it has dark and gritty chains. And I'm okay with dark and gritty chains. Definitely. I love how he's just casually hefting a multi-melter on a servo arm and is not falling over to one side. The balance on this lad. I don't need to think. There's a tooltip. It's got me covered. That's great, yeah. If I don't have to engage brain, I won't.
Fit for a servitor.
Who has an injury that's not being reported at
Do
the
you
top?
require an audience?
Cassia has a fresh injury. Well, we're going back to the ship now, so... That was a bit of an interesting section.
Marching on.
Cool little side bit. We like those. They're fun. He's done his kegels. Whose kegels? Whose kegels have I done? Why is it still marked? Oh, I don't like the fact that it's still marked. Is there something we've not done? Distress signal. Eldarian distress, that's not what we're after. Completed development of highest difficulty. Call of the Edge, classified information, Kiava Gamma. Celebrate on footfall. Right. No. Is the answer there? A firm nope. Check the planet. Oh, like from orbit. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Maybe there's somewhere else we can go. More distress signals? Great! There shouldn't be a distress signal anymore. We deactivated and blew up. No, that's just that one which we've just been to. And some Promethium. I think sometimes these just don't go away. Or I missed something down there. Watch me have just missed, like, some vault full of amazing loot. I'll be pierced. I've already scanned here. We've been to everything over here, so I'm going to go back to there. So we still don't know where our planet is. We've not found it. Not a clue, but I think we should head over here where these Eldari need saving and see if we can save them next. That's the plan. So we go here first. Unsafe. Nothing happened. I love that. I love it when nothing happens. It's my favourite thing to happen. Passed without incident for everyone except the crew members on bridge duty. For the duration of the voyage, they heard laughter. It seemed to come from outside, through the airtight seal of the ship's massive windows. The laughter went on and on. They all had a wonderful time. We could check Latoshan's passage. Not been there yet, and that might extend our reach out this way. That's the one we're not going to yet because we are not strong enough. It's our ship. We need to get our ship way more powerful. Although with our new ability to detonate shitloads of torpedoes all at once, maybe we're closer than we thought. Yeah, let's go here. Oh no! Ah, I wasted a point. Good news though, this route is now safe. Hooray. Accidental. You need to probe Latoshan's passage. Let's do it. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. 100% or 100%. Sanctify all chambers of the void ship one more time. The holy procession, in full accordance with the ecclesiarchy's liturgical canon, rekindled the faith in the voidsmen's hearts and renewed their belief in the God Emperor's benevolent power. The whispers subsided, and the crew is ready to face the potential dangers with courage and fervour. Yeah, we've got the 3 times torpedoes ability. I'm pretty sure we definitely got that, didn't we? V. Yeah, we've got triple torpedoes. And we've also got vulnerability scan, which is fun. Oh, we've got enough scrap to do an upgrade as well. Let's upgrade our hull. Now we have 190 hull, which is good. That makes a bit more of a difference again. Do the chart. What have we got? Nothing. Nothing new from here. I was really hoping this would be a way to expand our reach out to the right. Unknown ships. Sounds like a space battle to me. Yay. But first, unidentified ruins. This is important. Yeah, so we've got the triple shot torpedoes and our new ability to, on the turn that we fire a torpedo, immediately activate it and plow it into an enemy. Though I have to remember to activate the right torpedoes. Oh yeah, it says something about battles for it to recharge. Yes, I do remember that.
I'll chart a course for you.
I offer up my thanks to thee, Omnissiah, for granting me the ability to serve you as a predator whose prey is knowledge.
I thank you, Omnissiah, for allowing me to act as a predator whose prey is knowledge. I like that. Ooh, goods. Fabulous prizes. A cracked Xeno chest. Made from a strange material, has no keyhole or other openings. The murky crystal on the lid is cracked, but continues to glow inscrutably.
I walk the path less traveled.
Interesting. We need a key or something for that then. Some sort of bizarre Xeno key. Oh, this looks friendly. Activate the pedestal. Lore warp. What could possibly go wrong? I say nothing. Nothing could go wrong.
Unexpected
I
result.
sense something nearby.
When you say you see something nearby, is it just the things we could already see, or have you... Oh, uncover the pattern. So we've got some sort of rune here, like a star, and this one here. And whatever that noise is. This feels extra heretical.
Don't you trust
I'm just going to throw that out there. This feels like turbo heresy. Over here, human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It's inside a void suit with a hole burned through it. Good. Great. We need to read this then to find out what's going on. A furious male voice is coming from the old Vox. This is Captain Trevor Durhath calling the bullion. Get your asses back to the surface and get me out of here, you shits. My guts may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging tone gives way to strangled rasping. Hey, can any of you hear me? Respond! I'll pay double, just don't leave me here. Damn it! It was going so well, we even figured out how to open the first sphere thanks to the pattern on the floor. Yeah, who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either, cowards. The moment that beam was directed back, I was already lying with my guts turned inside out, and they were running off with my goods. Oh, Emperor, you whoreson, why'd you leave me like that? I'm scared. Okay, so hang on. This is a lot of whinging about being left alone, but for the most part, he says the patterns on the floor are the key to opening the first something. Was carved a strange pattern on the floor. As you look at the lines, a fog descends over your mind. I get it. I think I get it. Certainly like this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Right? Save. Great shout crabs. I don't want someone getting a hole burned through them. That would be embarrassing.
These ruby flushes are choking me.
Seriously? There was an 80% chance. Oh no, that was a success. We all got an injury for it. Right. So
Locomotives are fully operational.
It's a war. Oh, but now it's like active and shit. Redirect the energy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, everyone go over there for a sec. Redirect the energy beam. So which one are we... If we're treating this as the top point, then it needs to go to there. And from there it needs to go to here. Yeah. That makes a bit of sense. Right?
The treasures of the Coronis await.
Then from here, it needs to go straight across, but it can't do that. Oh, no, that's just going to the middle. That, straight across. Then it goes to there. And then this one. I saved before I started faffing with it, so... Look in the jaws. Another box. With an ancient force sword in it. Hello there. Okay, so if I just put the cracked Xeno chest in there. So do I need to do the same again, or do I need to do this one? Like, because this would suggest that the other one is just all of them in a ring. If this goes badly, maybe we'll have to reload. Seems the pattern no longer works. Right, so try the other pattern then. Again. Yeah, bonus damage by psi rating is nice. I was hoping for a two-handed force weapon at some point, because if so, that should absolutely be what our main character uses. It seems the pattern no longer works. Maybe the other way around? Try it this way. Watch this be an awful idea. I'm doing it in reverse. Okay, okay, wasn't that? Everyone's just got another fresh injury. The warp apparition is counting. The ones before you did the first one, you did the second one. Try doing this way in reverse.
Stop hitting me, Ashmok!
Everyone's got an injury.
I've never wondered so much before.
Is that just... Hang on. Hang on. I swear to God. If that went wrong just because someone got in the way of it...
Is that my blood?
I see. So the people who came before us did the first one and we did the second one. We're racking up loads of injuries here, but we can just go back to the ship. That's fine. So what would the answer be here then? Like... Because we've popped the cracked chest in there, which suggests that there's something we can do. You know? What else could we do? Because I couldn't put the cracked chest in there until we'd opened that first one, because I couldn't pull that one out. So there's got to be... No, I just put the cracked chest in after we... So if I go back through this... Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. This is me activating it first, these fresh injuries. I hadn't put the chest in at this point. I gained experience, looked in the jaws, opened the ancient force sword, and then with another click on this, lost the cracked Xeno chest, and a new chest appeared in its mouth. So there was already a chest in there, we opened that one, and now there's a second one in there, and I'm not sure if there's a way to open it. That's me issue. That's where we are, folks. I've got a force sword, sure, but I want to know what's in the second box. Like there's definitely a second box here. But there's only 2 patterns, and we've tried both of them. There isn't anything else, like, up on a wall or on the back. No. Let's blow the shit out of this and see if we can make a quick route back and forth.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Good lad. Just see if there's anything else around here that could have been a clue as to its opening pattern. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Exactly.
So shall it be.
What do we think, Chuck? Can you see anything? Is there anything up here? Only my ship. That's really annoying. I want to know. I need to know. I have to know. One awareness check closer to the ship. This one? Oh, this one. The ruins vaguely resemble the architecture of the Imperium, and yet there is some subtle difference to these structures. No, nothing there.
The sooner we start.
It's mildly infuriating. What about the end of this corridor? There has to be a way. There just has to be. It's got to be doable, chat. It's got to be doable. I'm half tempted to Google it just to see if I'm barking up the wrong tree. You know?
Light of terror, guide our way.
That's alright.
Okay.
So you click them
now
3
I'm really
times,
riled up.
they go off. Basically, if you click them 3 times, any of them, you get zapped. Except for the main one. Which means the only 2 that are capable of pointing to the main one are this one and this one. So we know that this method doesn't work. But I'm still going to try it anyway because it's the definition of insanity. Boom, beam, it seems the pattern no longer works, right? And then we've got the option of... that one you can click 3 times. That one you can. What about this one? Hang on. If I can click this one 3 times... oh no, it's got to go all the way back to there. It's not going to work. 3 clicks, it goes off.
That's unpaid.
Talk to the bro dude, he has things to share. Well, this, the body... no. Well, the ghost that keeps appearing around just keeps counting. Make a fork. How would I make a fork? What are we thinking? Chat, hang on. I'm going to check if I'm barking up the incorrect tree here, because there's no point me keep bashing my head against it if you're not meant to be able to open it. Energy beam puzzle, look at that, in Latoshan's package. Found it. Are there 2? This is the thing. Like... Okay. Uncover pattern. Yeah. Got that. Did that. And I did that. Ancient Force Sword. Second, unidentified ruins puzzle solution. Yeah, I got the hidden item. How are you supposed to know? Okay. So I've just looked it up. There is no clue at all that tells you how to do this. However, apropos of nothing, I'm going to jump in this shuttle, take off, and come back down because I'm covered in injuries, and I can't help but feel that there might be some combat after this one. Just for reasons. Or read the Vox box for more clues. So yeah, there are no in-game clues as to how to do this next one. You have to trial and error it, which is infuriating. Because basically, yes, you're absolutely right. The guy who died,
follow my own path.
He had done this pattern, right? He did this one. So that one no longer works because it's already been used. We've just done this one, so that now no longer works because that's been used. The correct next pattern is as follows. This totally makes sense, right? Totally makes sense. The only way to do it is to trial and error it and basically get a load of injuries along the way. And that's it. That's the pattern. Which means we can now open this box. I don't know what's in it. Ooh, hello! Eldari Foulsight Veil, plus 15 perception but minus 5 willpower. And Chains of Domination. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy, they receive a stacking plus 5 willpower until the end of combat. I think we found a new Cassia item. Just a feeling. Oh! Oh, okay.
Do you dare to look me in the eye?
So there is a fight. There is a Screamer of Tzeentch. That is a big lad. That thing is huge. Mein Gott in Himmel. And 2 pink horrors. Are they the big ones? Yes, so those will split into blues as well. Noted. Let me just close this Google. So that is the answer. Brute force it. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of puzzles in games where the actual answer is brute force. But, you know, it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Right, Abelard, get ready for a charge. Owlcat, get as far back as you care to. Like, literally back here, please. Okay, you can't. Brill. Pasquale. Probably going to see if we can step out with you and multi-melt something. And Cassia, once you've equipped the new item, can we do that? Can we equip it now? Oh, I don't think we can. We're already in combat, so we can't do it. I don't know which slot it's going to go in. But in any case, yeah, it's a way that she can gain willpower with every kill. Stronger and stronger with every single kill that she gets. That's crazy. Alright, let's do this. Owlcat is going to need to do some real damage here. So buffer up.
You jest, surely.
It is not a new friend. I will point that out. It is not a new friend. It is a big lad, and it's bloody angry. That's what it is.
If it serves your cause.
And
this tedium is beneath me.
Yeah, that's a good hit. I can bleed as well.
Serves your cause.
And then we shoot it again because we can. Oh no, we can't. Jay can't shoot anything apparently. He's in entirely the wrong position.
No.
Jesus, even a dead-eye shot's got a really low
Don't
chance of
get
hitting
too
the J.
cocky.
No good. No good. No gooster.
I can do
Mid-range
that
on there.
with the right incentive.
And pop the sniping zone directly
Don't
on
get too
Juliet.
cocky.
That's all that matters, is that she's in the sniping zone for the bonus damage. Should have done that, in retrospect, before starting the turn, but never mind. Boop.
I deal death with my hands.
Nice. Good, 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 good. Have you then got enough left? Oh, you can't take another shot. Okay. I guess just make a blue horror bleed.
If I'm fortune favors the swift. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Monkey! Pink horror, here he comes. Oh, bonk! Why did I run into it? I don't understand. I got all up inside it. That was a real choice, wasn't it?
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Remembered. He dodged it. I remembered to use the stronger ability though, the double damage. It just didn't hit. So I think I should get the points for remembering. Right, so 3 left. I'm going to... We infusing? Get the infusing.
I am a navigator, not a
Self-buff.
servitor.
Swap out. Guardian kind of perk, maybe. Yeah, it was like a full-on intercept, wasn't it? Where's that screamer?
I have read tomes of
I wanna put some
military
hurt on it.
tactics.
I want to put some hurt on that screamer if I can.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Yes, I can. I can do most of the damage to it. Damn, Cassia. Sometimes let myself forget how strong you are. Abelard.
It will be done.
Damn. Abelard. Dude.
I will do my
Honey.
duty.
Oh, I should have used the stupid explosive powerful attack.
At your beck and call.
Do the damage resistance buff that affects everyone. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's after Abelard. Dodged! Nice, Abelard. Look at its many eyes. I'm loving the animation on the screamer. Something many of us have only ever seen in model form before, you know? It's been really nice in this game to see some of those things that we're used to seeing on the tabletop. Those little plastic models getting animated. It's really cool. I quite like it. Right, definitively, what does more damage? 13 to 18, 21 to 28. It's just I think the multi-melt is still harder to hit with, unfortunately. However, let's absolutely mark it as prey. Let's use that. Let's use that. Pascal's still got some ways of dealing more damage. And let's do... yeah, that. Oh, 7 health left. Art thou shitting me? Apparently not. Toolbox's turn. Buff your own strength. Whack him! Oh, come on, Toolbox. Double whiff. Not on. Not on. I'd love it if you could just hit, mate. Doesn't feel like it's too much to ask, but apparently it is. Okay, well the good news is they've moved into Pascal's melee range, which is a choice because I'm pretty sure he's actually technically better in melee
You've got a problem?
than he is with
I've
ranged.
got a price.
Juliet just needs to take the shot. Is this the one that's like if it kills... It's if it hits an opening, it does a bunch of extra damage. It does 164% extra damage if it hits an opening. That's why it keeps hitting like a train. Learning. Don't have any openings at the moment though, so we'll just take a regular
I
old lick.
understand you're in another soul slips beyond
Double
the
kill.
veil.
Nice.
If it serves your
Juliet,
cause.
I respect it. You missed with the next shot, but do you know what? You absolutely schooled it with the first shot, so I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Tell me, and it is to never cross a Kazbalik.
Hey, that did some meaningful damage as well. Nice. Oh, look whose turn it is again.
This tedium is beneath me.
I'll do that. And then...
I am not your seed.
That'll do. That'll do it.
I understand.
Finish him this
your
time.
intent.
Nice. Good job. You can...
Me?
Toolbox the turn.
If you insist,
No,
Lord
that's Abelard.
Captain.
But whoever it is, give him a turn. Because he can do that. And that
Victory
combined.
is imminent.
Good wax. Actually, he can then do this and get another bonus turn. In which, to ruin some face.
At your beck and call.
Or not.
I'd rather not. Indeed.
All these dodges,
It
man.
will be done. An exemplary strike.
Sweet. That goes
Tried
down.
and tested tactics are the best ones.
Be careful not to cross my
Cassia's
gaze.
coming around.
If I may.
What's that? 154. Nice. Back to the Bloodhound staff
Me?
and lasers.
If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator.
Dance and smash both. I still haven't got to the point where dance actually causes damage. I think that's the skill I need. Unless
Look
they've changed
no
it.
further.
No, it doesn't say it deals damage. So... Okay, so we got a
I'll
fancy
guide
sword
your
and also
vessel
some
and
new
lead you on your way.
items. So the fancy sword is a one-handed force sword, unfortunately. But damn, it hits about as hard as the Thunderhammer and deals an additional psi rating damage, which is only +2 for me. Unless I then get the force weapons talent, and we're due for a level up. But I don't think it matters because... Oh shit, special abilities. When's the next talent coming in? It's next level. Next level is the next talent. And so we can do two things here. There is... Oh, these have been rearranged. That doesn't help. You can learn Drakari equipment. Interesting. But not if you have Eldari equipment. Noted. Next turn, we can... Next time he levels up, we'll get Drakari weapons. But where is the one I was looking for? It's the one that's tied to him being a Psyker. Can't quite take that either, not yet. Blade of Light, he's already got it. And it adds the psi rating again and 15% more armor pen. So actually, that sword is better than his Thunderhammer. Because he's got Blade of Light, it makes that sword, that Force Sword, better than his Thunderhammer. What I don't know is if those are the modified damage amounts. I guess look at another character. Those are not the modified damage amounts. So it becomes a 45% armor pen. Plus the 5% I get for that, so that's 50% armor pen. And then I'm sure I've got something else that gives more armor pen. Oh no, that would be if it was a power weapon, I'd have more armor pen, but force weapons don't count as that. So it's still getting a good respectable amount of armor penetration. And 14 to 20, plus his psi rating, 2. 16 to 22, so it's already better. Plus 3 from the other ability, 19 to 25. Yeah, it's better. It's actually better and it's one-handed. That's crazy, man. I could equip both. Is it better? Hang on, is it better than this Drakari Clave? 17 to 25. And 35% with power weapon. What's the power weapon bonus? Power weapon expert is 10%. So that matches... No, that's actually less. Because that puts those to 50%, whereas the... Does it? Yeah, it puts those to 50%, whereas the force weapon will be 55% armor pen. So it gets slightly better armor penetration. It's kind of annoying, though, because I expect to go towards Drakari. But that force sword is better. It just is. We can give that hammer to his nibs, or move him towards Drakari weapons so he can use the Bloodseeker Clave. I mean, yeah, that Force Sword is doing 19 to 25 with more armor pen, whereas the Bloodseeker Clave is doing 17 to 25 with slightly less armor pen. Don't have quite as big an area of effect attack, but I do have Psychic Force. What does that actually do? Psychic Force. Special attack that counts as a major psychic power. It deals an additional 2 times Psi rating plus willpower bonus damage. So that's huge. The amount that can do. Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better, chat. What do you reckon? More AP? Yeah, it's a 2 AP attack. But if I've only got 1 attack a turn, I'd rather spend 2 AP and do a bunch more damage on it than spend 1 AP and do less. Yeah. I think that's what I need. I think that's what I need. We've got some special abilities available on this Vanguard thing. Unyielding Guard normally until their next turn, the Vanguard attacks each enemy that attacks the Vanguard's allies in a 3-cell radius around them. Additionally, until their next turn, they always retaliate when attacked. Right. Until end of combat, all allies in a 3-cell radius around them suffer their toughness bonus divided by 2 less damage. Till the end of combat, they gain plus fellowship bonus momentum for each attack that hits them. 2. Not great. Until the end of their next turn, they cannot die. And until the start of their next turn, all damage suffered is reduced by toughness bonus. It's not bad. It's not bad. Kind of like that. Until the start of the Vanguard's next turn, each attack made by the Vanguard makes them a priority target for the enemy hit. That's the thing. Well, it won't have been this because this is their ultimate. That's their ultimate, and it wasn't active at the time. I imagine it was probably something to do with the Unyielding Beacon? Maybe? I don't really know. There's been some changes to the abilities, and I'm not fully sure what's different. Keeps it spicy, though, doesn't it? Keeps it fun and interesting. I'm going to take Cannot Die, because that sounds amusing to me. Give him a big tanky turn. Grand Strategist. Take and hold is... You choose a combat area. Everyone gets an extra turn at the start of the Grand Strategist next turn. And for every enemy killed in there. Okay. Maximum number of action points is increased. Is the enemies killed in there? Yeah, for an enemy that was killed in the selected combat tactics area. Interesting. It's not clear how long these bonuses last, but that one. I don't know how to feel about some of these ultimate upgrades, because honestly, some of the previous abilities have been better. Last Volley and Orchestrated Firestorm. Use multiple times per combat, once per turn. Now that's kind of interesting. This would make it the only ultimate that can be used multiple times. The last in the area. Maybe that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, multiple times per combat. Because it means that no matter how much momentum we gain, we'll always have an ultimate that we can use, even if everyone else has spent theirs. She can still throw it down again. Whenever the bounty hunter attacks exactly one target with Wild Hunt, the attack deals 300% damage. Nice. That's really cool. Prior to the attack, all prey suffers a -3 times perception, which would be 9% penalty to armor. That's naff. Gains agi bonus movement points and restores 3 charges. I like this because I could deliberately mark one enemy and then use his ult to slam it for like 400% damage with the multi-melter, which would be a big lick. That'd be worth it. Assassin. So normally the assassin's special is makes an attack with the current weapon against an enemy. It can't miss and deals 50% more damage, and deals additional damage equal to a quarter of their missing wounds. Their dodge reduction, and parry reduction are doubled for this attack. So if you were to mark an exposure, I believe... Oh no, that's just based off their max wounds. Okay. So, deals additional damage equal to 45% instead of 25% of his missing wounds. Great way to make a kill. Until the end of combat... well, until the end of combat, I thought it was gaining loads of lethality. But I love the things that are until the end of combat. That disturbs and staggers people near the killed. That's good. That's just straight up extra damage on dispatch. Why not? Let's do that. Just in case we need her to hit even harder. And this is another dispatch, which we're just going to do the same again. It's really strong. It's really strong like that. Cool. What was that Eldar helmet, and was it better for her than 10 ballistic skill? It was 15 perception. How much does she use perception? I don't think she uses it a great deal, to be honest. She's got a lot of it, but I don't think she uses a massive amount of it. That is for Cassia. What slot does it go in? It's replacing one of these. Lore Imperium. Nope. See if Jay can equip that. Yep. That puts her Lore Imperium to 177. Nice. She's got this. She knows everything there is to know. Abelard, you can have the fancy hammer. The Hammer of Epiphany. Make you a bit stronger. A nice execute. 45% of missing wounds. You know? On any enemy below a third health, that's a guaranteed kill. And some bosses can have lots of hit points.
The world is full of colors I have
if they
never
survive
seen
through
before.
Juliet's volleys of sniper fire. That is, of course. To be fair, the new necklace for Cassia makes that worth it. Makes that absolutely worth it. 5 willpower every kill she gets until end of combat. Find the group of weak enemies. Slam a lidless stare into it. Adamantine I've got 8 of already. This lone mountain chain is composed entirely of a mineral with a shiny, mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear, starry nights, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Go on then. The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterwards. Even the Xenos Juliet marvelled at the rock columns sprinkled with reflected stars. She even deigned to speak to the other officers, telling them the place reminded her of Kruderak, her homeworld. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now let's go and shoot down some enemy ships. What kind of ships do we think these are? I can't quite tell. I reckon pirates. As you draw close to the unknown ship, it's pirates, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha Labouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You're in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. You can straight up lie that I have nothing to pay with and have a 100% chance of passing. Daring to threaten, order the navigator to flee through the warp, attack the nameless ship. I think we should try this first. I think, you know, kind of goes without saying. We should take the initiative and open fire. How do you feel about torpedoes? Just throwing it out there.
I'll be your beacon.
How many enemies are there? Oh, there's a few. Cobra, Cobra, Falchion, Falchion. There's 2 frigates. No cruisers, though. And we've got our friendly Viper. Still don't know where this guy came from. But I really appreciate his presence in every single space battle we've done since getting him. I don't care how big the system is. I cast Fireball. Exactly. But the Falchion class has got a front-mounted... Yeah, front-mounted big old lance battery, isn't it? I think I can do something good here. So, we're going to give him a weak point. Let's play Flatten the Falchion. Front weak point. I love it. All hands on deck is not charged. However, we need to attach a data slate to the torpedoes, asking them about their car's extended warranty. Yes, we do. We're going to take direct control of those torpedoes. Bonk. Also, bonk.
Target was well structured.
Oh! He got absolutely disintegrated. Not a hope in hell. Right, is there anywhere we could get to where these broadsides will reach? Not really. No, there is not. Unless we go here and strafe, I guess, but we'll come to new heading and bring the other ones to bear. 3 shots dealing 33, 4 shots dealing 21. The 333s are better. So actually, we don't even need to come to new heading for that. We can just do that, and we can hit them with the dorsal and that. Yes, let's do that. Slap them with this first. Get those shields down. Lovely. Dorsal whack. Dead. 2 ships killed by taking the initiative and shooting first and not even asking any questions. Now, I'm going to fortify my bum. That's important. Fortify them glutes. Nothing I can fire that at. Nothing I can warp turn or strafe around. So, next turn we're just going to come about and see what happens. What charge is this? I've forgotten what charge is it. Kegels! Dude, I've done my kegels. I'm ready. I think that's us. I think that's us done. Not a bad first turn. We've halved their fleet. This is what you get if you take the initiative, chat. You get victory. Unmitigated victory. Now our little escort here just took that one in the face. I hope that they're I hope we get that every battle and that we're not about to permanently lose them. Because that could be awkward. Okay. Could do a swing run. We'll just come right out like that. Rogue trader, not inquisitor. That's true. I can't reach anything this turn, so it's just going to be a thanks for distracting them, Viper class. Nailed it. On the upside, he hit them with the torpedoes. Took their front shields down mostly. And they're coming about to face. Not in any meaningful way, though, so I think we can do exactly the same against this guy. Look, we're going to do the same thing to him as we did to his buddy. Oh no, you have chosen poorly, my friend. You truly, truly have. Did you not see how your teammate died? Let me... Oh no, we've not got it! Damn it, it's on cooldown. Okay, I got cocky. That never happens. Boom. Get those shields down. Do that. I mean, we can still probably do most of... Yeah, he's disengaging. It doesn't matter. He is trying to leave. Fire the port batteries. Does a bit. What is his armor? 5. How is he so reinforced against that shot? That was crazy. Hey buddy, look over there.
None will lament their demise.
I freaking love that ability. It's so stupidly strong. Okay, now we need to change and probably just pump up those front shields, because he's about to come across the front and probably take shots at some point during that move. So let's go, little Cobra class. Let's dance. Oh, you're right in front of the torpedoes, my dude. That was not the place you wanted to stop. We have... I mean, we haven't, but we've almost got through this battle without taking any damage. We've taken 6 damage. And that's what it's taken for us to kill 4 enemy ships. Boom.
My premonitions never fail me.
Slightly lost our escort, but, you know. Upgrades? People, upgrades? I'm not putting any more points into ramming. It's the worst idea. We're not buying any more ramming upgrades. We'll just go pure upgrade hull every time we get the chance. Oh, no. Straight up upgrade. I see. Chat, it cost me 3 whole scrap to fix my hull. A flagship developments. Hello. Oh, is that like permanent? Interesting. Permanent passives. Looks like we get a few of them at higher levels. That's really nice. Okay, so first of all, an advanced ability. Ooh, shallow jump would be great, wouldn't it? Did lose our void ship. That's the thing, we don't know yet if that's permanent. It might not be. Which would be okay with me. I think I need shallow jump. Do you think? Or expeditious reload lets you do your macro cannons twice in one turn, which isn't too shabby. But shallow jump. It's a 5-cell jump forwards. Basically, it's a 5-cell jump straight forwards. Which is quite nice. Or it's expeditious reload, which means if you fire your cannons at the start of your turn, you can then fire them again at the end of your turn, but it has to be done like that. Yeah, it's dash. It's dash. Exactly. Correct. Shallow jump is alongside warp wave as a location. So it's too bad. You can disrupt enemies' shields by damaging our own. I don't think I ever want to use that. I don't want to damage our own shields just to get a slightly better shot at an enemy. I'm going to take shallow jump for now, and we'll probably get expeditious reload later. Okay, what are these going to be? Rugged repair. Repairing the void ship takes less scrap. Void ship ram deals twice the additional damage for every extra tile travelled. I mean, rams be kind of sounding quite strong, I'm not going to lie. Silent running. When approaching an enemy, the flagship shuts down non-essentials. And most larger enemy ships, frigates and larger, are surprised and act later. And now makes the flagship act before all enemies. That's cool. Steady hand. When using abilities, there's a 20% chance its cooldown will be a round shorter. And that makes it 50%. Take it all gives us more scrap. We can also unlock another ability. Also, restart shields now inflicts only 2 speed reduction and no firing range penalty. Quite strong, I'm not going to lie, that's quite strong. Let's just reboot the shields much more safely. I like the idea of going first, though. I very much like the idea of going first in these battles, so we're going to pick up these silent runnings for the ship. I love the fact that our ship's getting stronger and stronger as we play through. Makes me very happy. Inventory? Did it do the thing where it dumps the trophies in the inventory again, or are they actually going to? They're going to cargo now! I love that! That's wonderful. That makes life so much easier. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use this regular Thunderhammer, this little Shuriken pistol. Keep the rest out for now. Yeah, like this is technically good for Toolbox. No, it's not. It's shits on his weapon skill. Actually, that's awful for Toolbox. Don't use that. Don't listen to me, chat. Don't listen to me. Why would you listen to me? That's great against mechanical creatures, but some of these grenades are very situational. Whereas then you've got shit like frag grenades and crack grenades that just always just do damage. They aren't bad things. We need to remember about Jae's grenades as well, and the fact that she can throw them for free. And is it Abelard can do free grenades as well? I want to say. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, Onslaught seems bad. This seems kind of bad. Most of the stims have too many downsides. This one makes someone go absolutely nuts for a turn, and the best time to use this... Oh, hang on. Equip one to Toolbox. The best time to use this stim is when he's just used his ultimate, where he gets another free turn with no limit on the number of attacks he can make. Because then you pop that stim and you run off and make 7 attacks on something. Which would be quite nice. So I'll keep one on him for when that happens. I would do the same for Abelard as well, but he's carrying too much stuff. Yeah, I'm going to keep the rest out for now. I don't know if I'm going to want these heavy armors, but Abra is the nading queen. Yeah. You are the nading queen, young and sweet. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Right, so we're done here, and we unfortunately did not uncover any other locations on this side. So we're gonna head... Yeah. Here. Straight there, good. Nice and safe. Love that. Down to here. Oh, let's just... No, we've done a bit of travel. Let's check colonies. Yeah. Oh, look. More Tears of Repentance. It's too many, man. It's too many. That's the one we're waiting for Casbalika on. Which we should probably go and do the selling to, since we've got all those Xeno artifacts. In fairness. I think we need Casbalika here as well, don't we? Casbalika and weapons are the two things we need here. And on VMO 6, Lord Captain, the mines of VMO 6 are once again in turmoil. Again? At the depths of level MD Zeta 05, the warders have discovered a mountain of mutilated bodies, as if crushed by the millstones of the mining machines. All the dead are convicts. The guards believe there is a cult of heretics operating in the ranks of slaves, offering human sacrifices. The convicts themselves claim that this atrocity was committed on the order of the superintendent to rid the prison of the more inconvenient prisoners. The superintendent tried to reason with the mob of slaves, but was mauled instead. Good times. His desecrated remains were found inside the cells where the prisoners were being tortured during the interrogation of these strange convicts. The wardens have managed to isolate the rebels inside the mining facilities, but an assault would result in high losses of workforce. On the other hand, the slaves are ready to lay down their weapons, cease this violence, and repent if the rogue trader would only demonstrate some compassion towards their plight, possibly by reforming some of the more severe punishments. Who killed those people that were found in the mines? Unknown. The riot made the investigation more difficult. Maybe it was the work of the superintendent, or maybe there is, say, a cell of the cult of the Final Dawn operating among the prisoners. But there is an oddity on the few picts that the wardens have managed to scrounge together. Using your imagination a little, you can see a certain pattern in the scattered bodies, one that is remotely similar to the one those difficult prisoners had been drawing. So we're back there again. What think you, my officers and advisors? Shireen, if the governor and a pack of wardens cannot handle their duties, should they not take the place of their wards? And could there not be worthy administrators among those who oppose them, those who could do better? A mob of commoners has mauled a noble man who had been attempting to reason with them. How awful. Perhaps the underground madness has spread among them and assumed a new form, turning them into monsters in the process. It would be cruel to kill them if this is the case. It would be much more humane to dissect their brains in order to well-meaningly reduce their ferocity and inclination towards disobedience. That's the more humane option in your mind, Cassia? We need to talk. It had once been done by my house when the serfs had rebelled in their ignorance, a rather merciful step. Jesus Christ. I do not care about the wardens, the convicts, or their problems. I care about the dead bodies. Who left them? That is the important question. If the bodies are not destroyed yet, we can conduct a divination. The ritual is not very appetizing, but a psyker, not on the squeamish side, could learn more about their death. Yeah, to be fair, Josephson, she wanted me to have the whole crew debarked, so, you know, there's that. Okay, so the options we get are punish the whole administration and send them to their mines, which gives complacency and efficiency and +2 resolve. Not against that. What else we got? Plus complacency minus efficiency and mercy to the fallen. Or Scourge of Viabo 6. All allies gain 3% critical chance. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe we don't go with her ethical compass. Yeah. I think, yeah, 3% crit hit chance is not that much. But 3 resolve and some complacency and efficiency, or 2 resolve even, that's worth it. Punish the whole administration, send them to the mines, then gather the new administrators from the prison population. I will arrange for the investigators from Dargonus to search the convicts' private quarters. The former wardens have been sent to the mines, not all of them surviving even a single day in the company of their former wards. The esteemed convicts who got on Viabo 6 for venial misdeeds like family debts have formed a new, more efficient administration. The rules of the mining facilities have been relaxed a bit. The wardens were strictly instructed not to use their electric batons during preventative beatings, only their fists and feet, and the cruel practice of decimation was replaced with humane deprivation of rations as punishment for not fulfilling the quota. Everyone's idea of humane is wrong. The convicts rejoiced. Well, at least someone's happy in all this. There were more options? Ah, dang it. The interrogation also did not yield any information to help identify the one behind the murders that sparked the riot. Level MD Zeta 05 has been sealed. Plus a bunch of efficiency and complacency and stuff, so that's good. What else can we do? There is no Envirodome, because we blocked it by doing ergonomics. Right, so for these, we probably... What's Vigilance do? Oh, that's the melter weapon, isn't it? Extractium Metallica. Which is kind of what I want, I think. Interesting. That halves the armor of things that you throw it at, which is kind of useful and gives profit factor as well. That gives 3 profit factor, that gives none. I kind of want this, actually. The free melter weapon is crazy. Can't do it yet, though, so we're going to get... +2 security. Let's help them solve their own problems. No Extractium Megadeth or Extractium Bolt Throw. Oh dear. Oh dear. Excellent jokes. All round. Oh, I'm going to chart a course here, aren't I? Possibly. Let's see where this orange path leads if we just touch it a little bit. That night, the Lord Captain and some of his crew were awakened by beautiful music. The sound seemed to caress their very minds until they realised the source was their own bodies. While their teeth were chattering out a staccato, their tendons were being plucked like strings by unseen hands, and invisible breaths flowed through their bones, turning them into mournful flutes. The illusion ended, but for a long time afterwards, every movement made their hearts stutter in fear. Was the orchestra about to strike up once more? That is a terrifying notion, quite frankly. We're going to make this route unsafe. And go down it. Oh, a Dargonus colony event requires the Lord Captain's attention. Just in a trickle of disturbing news came from the navigation chambers over the last few days. Allegedly, there is a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. I trust the navigator. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from her chamber. By following the Astronomicon's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien will seeking to break her at the same time, the guide managed to pry the void vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp and execute an emergency translation to real space, with minimal losses among the crew and new insights into the nature of warp entities. Navigator's insight gained 2. That's handy. We're going to need some of that. An important event has occurred in one of your Protectorate's colonies. Let's go. Dargonus, what is up? The Lord Captain's presence will be required. Rich spoils. So I have to go to Dargonus for that. Right. Let's just check this system since we're here. Tuneful farts for days. Thank you, Josephson. That makes the whole thing more light-hearted. I like it. We're going to do a quick scan down of this system. See what we've got going on here. That's a chunk of adamantite. Adamantine, sorry. Recoliga's plot. Hi, random ship. Oh, we can go over there. Let's go over there. Why not? Treat ourselves. Little away team. Recoliger. Ah. Welcome, your lordiness. Please come right in. Our chief, she'll greet you. Right. No worries.
It is my destiny to
Does this feel like a
traverse the
trap
unknown.
to anyone else? What's the
Do
nameplate say?
these monkey truly spend their brief lives digging through refuse? Why do they not choose another path? Find another self?
The plate reads Leithano's Pride. The name Leithano surfaces in your mind. The history of a family from the Coronis Expanse who invested all they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Leithano line never recovered from this crushing blow.
If it pleases you,
Can't help but
Sherry.
notice the ship seems to be back. That's for secret captain. It's all a trap.
Leaving the Lilithon is a difficult decision, but my path leads me onward, to search for my brothers and sisters. I will make any
I'm
sacrifice
just going to loot
to
everything
find them.
before we go up to the top there, you know, it makes a...
Do not forget that you are merely a guest on the Void Ship, not an authority. The last thing we need is a Xenos on the bridge doling out orders.
No, I think we could do with that. I'm okay with the Xenos on the bridge
I'll
doling out
chart a
orders.
course for you.
Kind of growing to trust Yurliet quite a bit. Ah, they're all called Recoliger because it's the family. Check out the visitors over here. It must be someone big. Hello there, your lordiness. Working area where fragmented parts of ship are scattered. Dump site of cut
A
pieces
nice
of
little
metal.
stroll.
This is a salvage ship. Yeah, it's a salvage ship, isn't it? Oh, alright, calm down. What are we doing then? A tired-looking woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, then says simply, "Your lordship, please excuse me, I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you, and with us. My name's Rita Maximova, I'm in charge here." What is this place? Sounds like the ship in Spaceballs, yeah. We just call ourselves Rita's crew, and this place is Rita's camp, that's it. We're Recoligers, scavengers in common terms. She does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there's a dignity in her voice, the kind with which one would announce their affiliation with a well-respected guild or family. Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And our work is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us." Pascal stares dispassionately at Rita with a hint of disgust. Evidently, he has not even considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill and luck and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die, by the scores sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone, kind of like workarounds. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly, and don't take it as insolence. But some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out of it in time. And around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself, who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow, will be rifling through its remains, looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is as good as any other. You are amusing, little monkey! Your life is shorter than a moth's, and you spend it digging around in carcass of dead malevolent metal. But you speak of eternity and the stars. I like that. It's like seeing starlight reflected in a puddle. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none of us can change anything for the better. Those are some big things you're talking about, way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. If I was younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I've got no time for dreaming. I've got to work. What do you do here? Right now, we're gutting this old heap of junk, slowly but surely. That's a Recoliger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we just sit there for years on end. We look for work in tech, or valuable materials, or whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers, but, and I swear on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure. This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and then. We spent 2 whole months clearing out this shaft we found. Finished just 3 days ago, actually. And we found this thing. Bit weird looking, but still functional. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy this component from us. I bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it. Present the object, laywoman. I will buy the component. Well, isn't this something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. Some fuel cargo and 210 experience. Okay. You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some of your people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly you know more about this stuff than us. You might find something useful. You've got your own ship? No, not even close. Luxury like that. You could count the Recologas who've got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever, mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise that we'll pay with what we find later. Other times, we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years back, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. Ship came back to pick them up 2 years later, found nothing but bodies. And about 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out on expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realised they were missing. And it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yep. You tell me anything about this wreck? Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labour. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits, all that. That lot don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Doesn't seem like there's anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here, and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurise. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it, but we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later it will drift somewhere so remote that nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. You take us from here, and what are we going to do? Sit in some hold, slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation. No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. I see. Your lordship, please don't take it as insolence, but it's not like I have much choice. It's not often we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use some more provisions and more warm clothes. If it's something you'd be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of fair trade. That seems reasonable. That seems completely reasonable. Can I say yes? Apparently not. Locked container? Hello.
My pleasure.
Ah. The contents of similar safes are destroyed when hacking is attempted. Need key. Right, so we need a key for that.
Knowledge is eternal.
Noted. This work of crude craftsmanship, you can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Coronis Expanse. Cool. Give me a key. Awareness 100. Give me a key.
Oh,
Nothing
too
here but
hard for a
cheap
simple monkey.
scrap metal. What do you mean too hard? You passed,
I
right?
have learned much in my exile.
Was an instruction manual for the duty officer how to access the safes. You can get the key by accessing the cogitators.
Oh, don't
Tech
you
use
trust
one.
me?
Here we go, chat. Here we go.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
The cogitators are inoperative. What's this? Machinery and tools look well worn. So I need to get the cogitators operative. Tech use, tech use.
This explorator is blessed with
Damn it!
multi-functionality.
Let me in!
The machine god.
It's off, but it appears intact. You can try to power it from a local source. Okay, that's a step closer. That is a step closer to working. This is going to be a please run back and forth across this ship several times quest, isn't it? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Of course. Check the quest in the colony management. Errands? Other quests? No, it's nothing. It's nowhere. We still haven't found bloody Kiava Gamma, of course. We don't even know where this planet is that we're meant to find. Like, it's so bad. We've been hunting around. We're like, yeah, you need to find your other planet and, you know, secure it. And it's like, oh, great. Where the hell is it? Because nobody bloody knows. I am not... Hello. That's the safe. That's the safe.
How
Okay, I'm not seeing a way to
without his light?
power it. Oh, is this another tech use test for... Wait a minute. Just do that, chat. Just click the button and switch it on, for God's sakes. Logic 92%. Got the safe code.
Where's the profit in this?
Got the safe code. Contracts with the big yellow mark. Ah, yes. No. Blood and Nephium, complete contract. Promethium and chemicals. Boop. But that's not one from here. Not one from here. Open the safe. Right, what we got? A fractal blade. Primitive weapon. One-handed sword? 25% bonus to parry. Not bad. Another chameleon cloak. We don't use those. We're not going to use that sword. It's an Eldari blade. Or maybe I will use it then, because I can give it to Jai. She'll happily use that over one of her chainswords, I think. Oh no, chainswords are... I don't really know. Gives her a huge parry bonus. Slightly less damage, but more armor pen, which is probably worth it, right? Also, she's sheathed it through her. From hip to shoulder. That is an odd way to carry a sword, Jay. That's not normal. Signal something new is there. Yeah, we got that. So I think it was just saying that we had the stuff necessary to complete Blood and Nephium. Oh well, okay, so nothing else here it looks like.
I love
Let's go home. No, let's all go home. Maybe we can now trade with this ship. You know? Like if we now go here. We've got a question mark. The lights keep flickering in the bowels of the dead ship as the Recologgers go through their usual tasks. Rita Maximova sends you her best regards and asks what the colony can do for the rogue trader. Heretical, destroy the colony! No. Offer necessary clothes to the colony. Rita thanks you for this generosity and sends back a cargo shuttle loaded with dismantled vessel components. It will be a while before the colony require another shipment. Their needs are satisfied for now, and regardless, the Recologgers need time to extract new components from the guts of the dead void ship. Uniform kit is a cargo. Dispatch a supply shuttle. As politely as she can, Rita refuses the shipment. The colony's needs are met at the present, and they have simply nothing with which to pay the rogue trader's generosity. Oh, okay, so that wasn't us gaining a uniform kit, that was us losing a uniform kit. I don't know what we got in return. Apparently nothing. Never mind. Oh no, did they not say a component? First of all, add that to the cargo. Yeah, it said they sent something over, but I'm not understanding what. Hang on, is it in the log? It just says changes. That's the trophy changes. Cargo provisions is what I foolishly did. Oh, 200 scrap. They sent over 200 scrap. That is nice. Oh wait, can I upgrade any abilities? No. Oh, I need to have no damage? What? Am I damaged? I'm damaged? Unacceptable. Probably scrap. Called it! So I guess, yeah, we can maybe go back there occasionally. And they'll need more stuff. Already upgraded. Can't upgrade. Can upgrade new heading, and that reduces the cooldown. Already upgraded. Swing run. The upgrade is that cooldown as well? Oh no, there's final position from 3 positions on the end of a swing run. I remember. So you can point in different directions, but I've got to use swing run before I can do that. So I guess upgrade new heading, reduce the cooldown of it, and we can make more use of new heading. Yes. And then we still have enough to upgrade the hull. Nice! That's really awesome. Why did my watch just buzz at me? What do you want? Helpful. Thank you. My watch has just told me it's 2 hours till bedtime. Thanks, watch. Mum? Watch, Mum. Oh, Promethium here, which we don't need, but bizarre ruins. The bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be the ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remnants of an envirodome, a landing pad, the main manor, and servants' quarters. It is impossible to determine what exactly happened here. The search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall, an opulently clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates covered with old blood and piles of bones. The bones on the plates are clearly human. No other remains have been found on the estate. Search around? The scout team returns with some expensive weapons taken from the skeleton. After finishing their report, they hurry away, whispering prayers. Expensive weapons, assault lasgun. Great. I'm not going to use that, am I? On what planet am I going to use an assault lasgun with its 10% armor penetration? Silly. Let's check this planet, and then check that void ship. A Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Dark Piercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on crystal phlogiston deposits. Why do you call yourself the Pilgrim? The captain admits he's not always done the right thing in his life, but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and has followed a special path of service to him ever since. That is the path he now treads as the Pilgrim. Why do you need phlogiston? The captain's coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All that the Pilgrim promises is that the phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Jay immediately remarks that someone without a name is not to be trusted. Deals with such people do not tend to end well. If she were you, she would first find out his secrets and then scrupulously remove him from the equation. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston. Though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with the shadowy individual, the Magos nonetheless recommends that you find out more about phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Propose a deal. Valuable information in exchange for granting the Pilgrim the right to mine phlogiston using the Von Valentius extractiums. Captain of the Dark Piercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain Imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact that the vessel met its demise on an ocean world. Cool. I'm not going to attack them. I don't feel the need to. But that is interesting. That is interesting. So, he's told us about a new Imperial world somewhere. I'm not attacking crabs. I'm not doing it. Now, does that come into rumours or something? Let's chart the routes. Hey, we found some new places. And Kiava Gamma! We found it! We found Kiava Gamma! There's so many reasons to go there at the moment. Now, has that come up as like a rumour or something? Treasure in the ocean. One of the ocean worlds of the Coronis Expanse. And at some crossing of paths in the Expanse, an entire Imperial world vanished. I see. Good lord. So there's all kinds of stuff going on here. Once we've found Kiava Gamma, I'm going to plot a route from there back to Dargonus, and then we'll be able to do the Dargonus mission as well. Because it doesn't look time-sensitive. It's not claimed to be time-sensitive. It's just there. There's Eldari survivors here first, so let's head over here. See what we can do. This is an uncharted system. And that does connect to Cranach. Good. Ooh, we've got some... They look like Eldari ships. Interesting. Space battle. Save. A violent battle is unfolding between the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart two small Eldari vessels. Once they're finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yurliet calls out to the captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader's intervention can save her kin from the massacre. Send a message to Incendia Corda's fleet ordering them to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle and soon returns with a reply. According to the Corda ships, this group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Corda's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurliet sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Monkey are lying. Analyze the intact Xeno ship. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xeno ship is more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. Show me the proof. Show me the proof. The patrol's captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof. This system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. No mercy for the emperors of... Wait. Hold on a second, that's not right. Coercion minus 30, 72%. Ceasefire immediately and retreat. Yay! Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats to the edge of the system. Meanwhile, the wounded Xenoship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more the xenotechnology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Monkey for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurliet is certain she can convince them to cooperate with the Elantak if she is allowed to speak to them. Yes. What? That was a 100% chance. What? But it uses Yurliet's. Yurliet appeals to her kin's wisdom, but the words of the outcast cannot make them trust Monkey. The pain of loss fills the Eldari hearts. Only recently did the humans destroy 2 vessels of the children of Assyrian, and now they offer aid? Worse, they offer aid through the mouth of their captive sister? No, the Eldari will not fall for this trick. Trying to outpace the pursuit of the next Monkey vessel, the Eldari overload their void ship's drives. One of the damaged engines is unable to bear the strain, and before the eyes of 100 officers, the Xenoship flashes a fiery light blue through the stained glass windows as thousands of tiny shards disperse across the system. The bridge officers openly rejoice, offering prayers to the Emperor. Today the Expanse is cleansed of more filth, the enemies of humanity. What is this if not his providence? And only the thin figure of the Eldari stands motionless against the backdrop of the intricate stained glass windows, mourning the fallen in solemn silence. Once the pain in Yurliet's soul is numbed, she turns to the Lord Captain and nods, a short gesture of gratitude for their attempt to save those who could hardly be saved. Okay, so she doesn't hate us. Cool. She doesn't hate us. We tried. She gets that we tried. And honestly, it was her fault for failing. She had like a 40% chance of that. The Mirror. This planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery. A mirror, lying right in the centre of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame, by all appearances, in pristine condition. Mine? The mirror now hangs in the wall on one of the compartments. It looks completely normal. However, only an hour after its arrival, the Voxmaster reports that the shuttle crew that delivered the mirror has disappeared. The people who hung the mirror have also disappeared. Even the enforcer who wandered into the compartment by mistake and stopped to fix his new non-regulation cravat has vanished without a trace. Ooh, what do we do? Dispatch a group of servitors to jettison the mirror, dispatch a group of servitors to smash the mirror, send in a team with righteous prayers on their lips, blow up the whole compartment with the mirror inside, or seal the compartment and continue the voyage. Josephson's like, boom! We've not got great demolition skill. This will be at 70%. Deciding that half measures were not enough. Oh no, we took a lot of damage! The Lord Captain gave the order to blow up the compartment. The demolition team carried out the procedure with pinpoint precision, resulting in minimal damage to the rest of the vessel. However, the pict recorder in the servo skull sent to survey the situation showed that the mirror was not damaged in the slightest, and it was now lying in the cavity left by the explosion. Thanks, Josephson. Dispatch a group of servitors to jettison the mirror. The team sent to destroy the mirror stopped responding the moment they entered the compartment. It's an SCP! It's a bloody SCP! Dispatch a group of servitors to smash the mirror. The team sent to destroy the mirror stopped responding the moment they entered the compartment. Send in a team with righteous prayers on their lips. The team sent to destroy the mirror stopped responding the moment... I'm just going to keep feeding people to the mirror. Surely it can only be so hungry. It does seem to be an SCP, doesn't it? Send more D-class personnel. Send in the D-boys. Use explosives first, then depressurize the compartment. It's the only way to ensure the cursed mirror is expelled from the ship. We took more damage. The ship's tech priests mournfully set to work, beseeching the machine spirit for forgiveness. After a series of targeted explosions and depressurization procedures, they assured the Lord Captain that the mirror was gone. Just in case, all cavities were filled with blessed cock, and binaric hymns were sung for 2 days and nights. There were no further incidents, and the ship was able to continue on its journey. We took 77 damage. That was awful. Quick repair and we're good. That was truly awful. You do not have enough readily available scrap to repair your ship. Oh damn! Oh no. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. Send out a boarding shuttle. The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now-defunct ship. The Xenos Yurliet claims to have recognized the symbols on the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from Craftworld Kruderad. Damn. We need 62 scrap. So what we can do is we can actually downgrade the RAM, which I don't mind doing. Probably not going to use it because it damages us, for goodness sakes. And that's just bad. I know ramming seems like a fun idea, but it's just not. It's the dumb. It's you damage yourself more than you damage the enemy. And then it costs scrap to repair. It's expensive, ramming. In fact, on principle, I'm going to downgrade it all the way. I can't upgrade the hull again, but we've got some repair materials now. Yay! Save for space battle. Let's go. I think we're fighting Eldari here. Uh-oh. Sorry, Juliet.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
Is it Eldari or... No, it's Drukhari. It's Drukhari. I don't mind fighting Drukhari. I feel better about fighting Drukhari. 1 frigate, 1 destroyer. Destroyer's coming in from behind us. That's a problem. Tell me, dear frigate. How do you feel about weak points, first of all? I've done it again. I've moved and then done it. Never mind. How do you feel about weak points? Pretty starboard about them, huh? How do you feel about torpedoes? Yeah? Torpedoes in your face right now? Boop. Yep, that worked. How do you feel about lance batteries? Yeah, you have no issue with lance batteries. Fair enough. And one more question. Macro cannons. Yay or nay? Bro is back? Bro is back. Sup, bro? Oh, yeah, sorry, you mean bro. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if he gets destroyed. Nice. That means we technically have an ablative destroyer. I was wondering this, and that's good to know. Hey, look over there. That was a stupid mistake, but remember to use abilities I haven't used before. That's true. Ramming strafe. All ahead ramming strafe. Left shields, please. Strengthen the port shields, and let's call that turn. Don't really have anything else I could do. I could ramming strafe, but I don't want to ramming strafe. Is he gonna ram me? It would be a choice. Yeah. Oh, hello, Viper class destroyer. Do you want to finish him? This is the benefit of our getting the jump on it. By the way, this Talon class didn't get a turn there. Oh, I don't think that Viper's surviving. Oh no, it's going to shoot us. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Because the Unreliable now gets another turn, in which it's very tempting to just nail that destroyer, isn't it? It would almost make a lot of sense. None pizza with left shields. Yes. I like that. I understood that reference. It's good. I really want to kill this frigate before it gets a turn, but it's hard because of these bloody shadow fields. Obsidian shadow field. Minus 25% penalty to hit when attacking from within a 2-cell range. So if I get a little bit closer, it actually gets way easier to hit, doesn't it? I can't get any closer, though. Unless I come to new heading. That's nice. They've changed this. They've added that ghost image. You can now see what the new heading stuff's going to be. That's cool. Come to new heading. So I can just pull up literally here. And go left guns. Much higher chance of hitting, you see. That sounded like I hit him, but I absolutely didn't. That one did. They've changed the graphical appearance of that, and it's a lot meatier than it was. If I go next to it, it will blow up. Noted. Noted. I'm going over here. Bye. Ooh, leech torpedoes. Hello, you're new. Each direct hit of this has a 40% chance to reduce the target's speed. I see. Viper class, I can't help but notice that you are missing everything with your torpedoes. Do you only have torpedoes, or are you useful? You only have torpedoes. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm super glad to hear that you've brought no useful weaponry to this battle. Except for torpedoes that you're going to consistently miss with, aren't you? Yes, you are. From here... Oh, I can hit him. I can hit him. Because he has switched off his silly shadow field. So I can go dorsal starbreaker. See if we can maybe
for the glory of the
polish him off.
Imperium.
Nice. Maybe it getting killed dropped all its gear and you need to somehow upgrade it. I don't know. Because we've not had any information on what it is, why we have it, or anything like that. Now, these can absolutely hit us next turn. Unless I can work some magic. Which I can't, because that will hit me with torpedoes. And... it's a shame I can't show their movement. so I can see where they can go next turn. We're going to do the strafe over to here in the hope that it gets us just out of their arc. I don't think it will. I'm going to be honest. However, I've got my own Portitos. Boop. Oh, sit down. Yeah, no, they can't turn hard enough, I don't think. So we just got to survive for a turn. Oh, cool, they popped. We win.
I have missed this feeling.
I love space battles. They're good. Good fun. That's what I say. Yay! Even more hull. 218. Yeah. Let's get that big old hull on. Next, we're going to go over to Kiava Gamma. I'm just going to go straight there. Use the point. Fly over. We already charted. I remembered to do that, and we're going to do it right now as well. Look at me go. We've basically discovered nothing. Let's visit Krenak. And like I say, once we're done here, we'll chart a course back to our capital, so that we can go from the capital to any of our ship locations. Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we are in the system of Kiava Gamma, the main industrial word of the Von Valentius dynasty. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gaprak have been unsuccessful. But wait, there's more. Lord Captain, a new report. Kiava Gamma is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? Reply with our own request. As you command, Lord Captain. Several minutes, nothing happens. Reporting. The Manufactorum is ignoring all our requests and continues to send us its own. The longer we do not accept their messages, the stronger and more persistent the incoming signals become. I've never seen anything like... Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts from the bridge's Vox system. You hear violent tirades of garbled binaric code like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected in the compartment's Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've already been informed that like Kiava Gamma is going through a little bit of heresy, where like the whole Manufactorum side of things is going bad and heretic. And the thing with that is they'll be sending scrap code. That's what I think the request for information is, and if we let that in, we'd be letting scrap code into the ship. The void ship's bridge, sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of voxes, shouts can only just be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. The Lord Captain gives the order to... Continue sending orders from the bridge and request status updates from all of the compartments. The officer salutes and hurries over to the bridge Vox system to the Vox Master, who is leaning over her station. Moments later, a cry of surprise. Lord Captain, our transmissions are being distorted as we speak. Depressurize the lower bays. Execute adepts of the machine cult. Disable the life support systems. If even one command gets out. Toolbox gives the order to... Stop the transmission process at any cost. The Voxmaster nods curtly and connects the tangles of cables coming from the back of her head to the main Vox station. Spirit of the ship, I beseech thee, shield us from this peril and allow not the heretical signals to pass. Vigdis enters one command after another. The station groans, shrieks, and sparks under her fingers, and a shock passes through the wires. Blood drips onto the control panel, and Vigdis lets out a grinding cry, but does not relent. A few moments later, she crumples. The signals have been blocked. Then she falls unconscious. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engine seer, who has turned to the Lord Captain from his station. We have been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint, and it is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officers' heads burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain, his body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. The picked frame spins uncontrollably, the servo skull was jolted by the gust. The picked recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry, "Gas on the bridge!" A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. The rogue trader gives the order to evacuate immediately. Save everyone. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation. Bring the plasma cutters, get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the doors, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outwards. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Jeez. My ship's getting buggered, guys. Leaning on a support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads towards a goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator, mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal a tech priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his pores. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances restoring the terminal. Tech use succeeded. Good. The rogue trader rips the power key off the tech priest's mechadendrite and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face, but he is confident in his manipulation of the tangled wires and clanging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. Currently, the most frightening situation on the ship is in the arsenal. Some of the distorted commands, despite the bridge's best efforts, still made it into the compartment, and the lower-ranking technomants complied by raising the temperature inside the ordnance depot. The heat is about to hit critical levels and the shells are going to explode, blowing the arsenal and the neighbouring compartments to smithereens. The Lord Captain knows where help is needed most. He decides to head to the arsenal himself. When the Lord Captain and the officers he gathered along the way reach the arsenal, the servo skull's ocular lenses instantly fog over. On the Vox recording, the rogue trader issues commands calmly and succinctly. Execute those responsible for carrying out the asinine order that came from the bridge, and get the compartment sorted. The 3 technician teams immediately head over to the overheated reactors, and the privates to the warhead transporters. An hour later, the situation is back to normal. Return to the bridge. My goodness. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. Although wounded and crippled, the ship is nevertheless returning to its normal operation. Life on the bridge is as bustling as ever, even though the people are surrounded by destruction. The senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organised. The emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes. The technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs into the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the picked frame, a junior officer completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. Ah, here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. End of picked recording, 203 experience. That was crazy. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Kiava Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we've exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or even sending an away party to the planet's surface. The time has come to remind you about our agreement in the Toolbox. I must be present in your entourage. Oh, this dickhead. During your expedition to Kiava Gamma, I'm counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. So, there's unknown ships around Kiava Gamma. And we have to take the Inquisitor down there. That's a ball ache. I don't like him. Taking him means not taking one of my good characters. Like, I could maybe replace Abelard with him. Maybe. Because they're both melee. Dwarf Planet is marked on the Von Valencia's Protectorate charts as Atla, and serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighbouring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Atla hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago. But much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core, enriched with iron and other metals. Contact the Vox station. 100%. The Extractium turns out to be Incendia Corda's latest investment, whose domain is located just within a few jumps from the Kranach system. While this world is of little value to the Von Valencius dynasty, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted rogue trader's leniency. Yeah, we can't show weakness here, can we? We can keep the Extractium for ourselves, confiscate and rebase it, graciously allow them to feed on crumbs unworthy of our attention, destroy it, or behead everyone on the illegal mining rig and send their heads to Incendia Corda with the very best of wishes. I'm going to take this one, interesting minerals. Your people easily assume control as the frightened workers and the token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The Extractium's machines are restarted shortly after. The amassed containers filled with precious ore are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. So there's a plasteel there. What did we get? We received a mobile Extractium. Right, okay, so, yeah, fair. We just got an Extractium. And we'll do this space battle next week. I'm going to finish a little bit early there, chat. I'm feeling a bit shattered. So I'm going to go and get a good night's rest. And, yes, thank you for joining me tonight. Come over to the Just Chatting page and I'll tell you what we've got coming up on the channel, especially this weekend.